Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SKTV. Welcome and welcome. Today, let's share the show, please, as you join us. Let us know where you are following us from, please, and thank you. Let's share the show, please, as much as we can. Let's share the show. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good morning, good evening to all of you. Let's share the show. Today is Sunday, the 28th of April. So we literally got 2 more days to go. Cyrus, let us know where you're following us from. And good afternoon to you. Marie Pratt is following us from Atlanta, Georgia. Cyrus, my man, where you following us from? You say my background beautiful, I'll wait for you. You think we play 3, eh? It's 2024, I told you. We inside. Cyrus, you say you follow from New York, okay. Cyrus, at Phoenix here, with Phoenix, Arizona, where I live, that Phoenix. Very beautiful city, my man. Very, 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 very beautiful city. I'm hoping and praying that some days you will show here so I can take you downtown and show you what it looks like. You can beat this city, Cyrus. Yeah, you can beat this city. This city that people in the city. You can beat this city. This city that very beautiful city. Very, very beautiful city. Sun can shine here. Nice weather. But let's share the show, folks. Let us know where you're following us from. Yeah, Sarah. Lofa candidates will be what wrong you. If I were in our country, I'll play for either Lofa or Maggie B. Maybe if they push it for 2, I'll play for Grand Basso. If push come to shove now, yeah. If push come to shove, I'll play for Grand. I played for Grand Basso before, so I wouldn't mind playing for Grand Basso. Grand Basso, that big country. For Maggie B, yeah. Folks, let us know where you're following from. AB Kobwa is watching us from the great city of Minneapolis. Minnesota. Okay, AB. I mean, the next time I show in that town, I got to hit all of you guys up. Let me see you. Yo, wait now. Let me start recognizing you now because I'm man Sarah Mayor. I'm recognizing Google people and stay hold on it. Yeah. If I'm on Sarah, I'll get in trouble. But you have to be sharing the show now. The problem that I get with you, to share the show, you don't got to make noise. Rose Roberts watching us from Maryland for MD. Valentine Precious is watching us from Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, let that know. Valentine Precious. Valentine, they're precious too? That's small, that double portion there. We Christian in a double portion there. Now phone in there. Valentine Pressure. Wow. What a name. Valentine, then pressure on top of it. Easy. Anyway, it will be pressure Valentine. Anyway, but we look at it. We look at that name. Illinois is watching us from Atlanta, Georgia. Wata, is that Chisholm? Is what? No, Wata, I'm not recognizing you now. This face you showing here today, I don't want to hear our president in your mouth. Lead that story, Wata. I beg you. That people I call president my boy. No, let me tell you the 2 presidents are my men. Let me tell you today, I'm my men in there. Yeah. And they know that person now. But they know I gotta say call on. That's my boy then. Joe Bomba will been rolling for a while. So that's my boy. I ain't got no problem. Fred is watching us from Phoenix, Arizona. Yes, Fred. Phoenix, Arizona is a very beautiful city. Forget about that thing. Labro, Phoenix, Hapa, bro. Did that thing, man. You live in Africa and you complain about heat. You're not ready yet. It may even move. Yeah, if you think Phoenix had them move. But if you're not move, they don't complain. Yeah, stay here and enjoy it, brother. Anything you enjoy, you know you're enjoying the heat because your blood running, your blood flowing good. Which one you rather? Being cold? Where you be on the base spread all day? Dada Logan from London, thank you, Dada. They're going to what's up? Minnesota. They're going to want to come Minnesota reaching you, mama. Send that time, Canada, one again. Well, I can't come into the world. Sorry, I will blow. That fool what you call that time was poor. We'll face it. A family tree. We'll face it. Our own security mission, so I'm going to show face to the whole day, but like there, sister, like it read there. Tell you that story, like it there. Like there. I was in Minnesota, but you know that I can't show face like that. Young people from New Jersey. If you not show what state you from, I'm not even listening to you, and I'm not even calling your name. I mean, you don't follow instruction. Rebecca Reeves from Motor City, Detroit.
Indeed, Father God, want to say many thanks to you for all of the things that you're doing in our life, making sure that you give us all the things that we be, even though sometimes we miss you, but you forgive our sins. Thank you so much, Lord. So, folks, we are now crossing over to our team, the SKTV. Indeed, when our team are well seated, if they are seated already and set already. What's up, Chi? What's up? What's going on?
You gonna allow me that one after we
yeah,
I see the technique why you giving a law. Talking from
look, sometimes you got to look. Steve, you know, the good thing about life is that always reference God, whether be a good or bad. You know, but some of always something is playing hand from my end.
Well, I want to show you so big campaigning to be digger. You think you stupid, yeah? That battle chair, yeah? You better put yourself together. I ain't a chair, you so be pray. You can't show him speaking in tongue. What's wrong with you? We're looking at you, brother.
Check.
My man, we're looking at you. Tell me that other story. We're looking at you. See that story? Your story won't right here. Forget it. You won't be digging, you can't show you.
Please check your sound. Steve, please check your sound. Something is playing behind you. I don't know music.
Nothing playing behind me. I don't play music on Sunday. Like you play music. I don't play music on Sunday.
No, something is playing behind the piano. Someone is playing piano behind you. Check.
Ask me how play piano behind me. I ain't check.
But man, check your system. Check your system. Something is playing behind you.
Yeah. No more. Nothing.
I've been seen it. Yeah.
The service that you were in general when you were praying to close the service, that the service, the musical instruments say go on there. Leave that story.
I get you.
Are you
I think I'll be playing piano.
Playing piano there, speaking in tongues, all like that. But I ain't really get it. Melbourne, my man. Nova County. No, let me tell you something. I'm excited today.
Yes, in fact, we got to play your country song. We ready?
Hold on. Slow down.
I'm down.
You're on a game yesterday and in yo. We want to declare on a less, on a day less. We want all something. So as you speak now, when you're speaking to me, you need to lower your voice. Because we don't know whether you'll make it tomorrow or not on Monday. So lower your voice.
And guess what? When we win on tomorrow, we'll be meeting you.
But I'm not saying that.
So you have to pray that either I'll meet you, because when I meet you, that means if you out without when the lion come, what thing can be look.
Oh man, we don't want to pray.
I'll not tell you my tactic.
We don't want to pray. We don't want to pray 3 o'clock when you're slowing, when you're leaving the Musa's pattern, that the time will be speaking to the Lord. I don't pray what you're doing. So the prayers the boys, let me tell you something. The boys from Lofa Kante, from the beginning, I said that Mark Gibby, Lofa Kante, and Maryland I was going for in the whole tournament. You understand? Yeah. So Maryland, my giving that day again, and I get no problem with that one. But I stick with my boy. And I know my boy will deliver the goods. I don't worry about that one. Y'all feel y'all discord your Nima thing and for them will know what's going on. Y'all handle something with Nima. Today, see how we put ourselves together. I saw muscle rattle bouncing around. See how back there. See how the buzz on board did things to them. I pick
and look, and at the best, some people that even send the rain down for us that even making us wet.
But I ain't.
Yeah, I don't know myself.
Let me tell you something. When we used to play, well, I will not discuss anything on it. But when we used to play, no, you know, you can't turn in certain things. So information then gotta be tactical and strategic. No,
Yeah, indeed.
when we used to play, one thing I trust the bastard people for. That one I can't take it from there. My man, when they post support you, support you.
Yes.
I'm talking about that support, what they gonna do, what you know, the poor from other continents, you know, do the big checking. Where some people support you, they support you, my man. No,
Indeed.
when I even on cam, when we should be on cam. Forget that.
Tease me, man.
My man, we don't want to
Look, Steve, you gotta give me some of the gist. Yes. Why you don't happen to camp? So they'll bring some goose or what? Tell me something.
When the coach then say we chauffeur on cam, we there on Thursday night, Sunday or Monday, early morning. We don't want to leave camp now. I try to go, I will confess. We don't want to leave camp. When we leave camp, we go lay down somewhere, we put ourselves together, then we show them fire in the morning. We're not so playing. We will play because we'll be playing and what they happen. Yeah, then the other men can be on the bench, can be tying their face and be speaking in the more, be talking funny thing, but we stay on it. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
So will. I want you to tell me what you to make the camp juicy. Something.
My man, let me tell you what is to make the camp juicy.
Because the people want today, like in fact, they finish carrying the cup. In fact, small more for me to naturalize now. I was going to buy something because of the kind of support.
Let me tell you what is to make the camp juicy. And then we'll get into maybe one or two conversations before our guests coming here today. So you can update on that. Let me tell you what is to make the camp juicy. You know, when you go on a camp, first of all, when you meet your boys, then the zeal. You understand? And then we, you know, singing, we dancing, we chilling. But then the one is a make the camp Tuesday night about 8, 9 in the net. When the pastor get and start showing feel, when money my there.
No, I don't come into the team. They gave me to be juicy over plus.
Look, and then listen to the one. When money my there show feel, that's a different
Sonema.
that thing when you there is a trophy too.
No, one of the guys.
Let it choose a pie, let it choose a leave me there basic, but that thing a whole story. Yeah, that story that let it choose a part of whole campaign. When we have our own papa, we are two people. One woman is to pray for all. When the prayer mother chauffeur now, then I mean we got to put our letter together. But then the thing that used to confuse the whole thing when the prayer mother chauffeur, then we have one other papa that used to represent Zanzan Kawada when I nobody. But yeah, cheese so then we can wear Gucci's on them when the chauffeur now, and they pour your body is you. Yeah, so then the pour is you. Our boost then sleep in different place, the jazz then sleep in different place. Then we swallow heavy boom up, brother.
So that because of you people, this song came about. I don't know. For Steve Bennett, I will break my back. Don't do it. No.
Listen, when I'm talking about, I so scared, brother. I think I'll give me direct code. I'm scared. What about it?
For Steve Bennett, I will break my back. Don't do it. No, actually, man, the people they are so they can make things, you know, they can pull fun, they can pull enjoyment, they make everything, you know, just life. That's the way to live. And actually, I'm very proud of them. Look, with all of the talking people were doing to them, they don't care. All the people care about is how to jolly, how to send a rain down, the rain come down, we feel cool. Later on, we jolly, we move on. That life.
You know the Maserati boy, the problem there with them, the team not discipline. The team not discipline. First of all, you're just in Maserati, you're just having too much jolly. You're just get people coming on the camera, going, coming. You know, let me tell you something. I remember one time we played against Nima. No matter what Nina, nobody can do things. First of all, on the camp, not anybody show can there.
Yes.
You understand? That sacred zone. Not anybody supposed to can there. You can't just camp like that. They get time where we can chill outside the camp. On the camp, don't come on the team camp. That certain people must come on the team camp. You understand? So when we are on camp, you know, funny. When money man used to come and have behind the hall and throw rat on our door and don't you know?
No one about Lusa looking at it today. Look, Steve, you people, yeah.
No, let me tell you something.
Anyway,
we the war. Let me tell you today. We the war. When we were playing football back in the day, when we were small. We the war when the papi, you know, when you're playing, you kick the ball on top of the post and they seize the ball. And the papi, we'll tell you football, you're not playing. We don't want you to be chugging right on top of the zing whole net. You will get that ball back. You don't keep the ball in your heart. Your zing umpa, that ring will be because we'll throw right on your zing. So when I see them picking and chugging right these days, they take it from all.
And they don't even know what kind of rat they're chugging. They don't even know where all the rats started.
They've seen Rawa they throw on Goliath. Some of the riders with the chunk too. Don't see what like that.
Either you give them a ball or you don't have a piece at night. That's the kind of a motto you put you to use.
The moral operandi is that it right there. In fact, I didn't want to say used to call and say sorry for taking the ball and give it back. Can you imagine that? Then as soon as they get back, the whole rat tonguing they sees. So we the one back in the day started rat tonguing. So we know all those terrain there, we know all the different
rat wall.
I mean, leave that thing, man.
So we gotta move on. Yes.
But listen, the rat problem that you talking about, you can't blame us. We who come from Bible origin. We talk about David. David John rat in Goliath. What did David do? Rat.
Yeah, that right.
So when we turn rat, what happened? So we been talking rat, see all of that. We know how to turn rat. Oh, turn rat. Trust me, we can turn rat. The other professional tattoo there.
We're not turn rat anymore.
We can turn rat. Oh yeah, we can turn rat. What's that? By the way, no quickly.
Yeah.
Back to the conversation. As we wait on Chairman Representative Musa Bility, we're having a conversation with him. I know he has a communication up. And today we want to have that conversation with him as we're with Seku, Monk, and the rest of the team. Melbourne, today is April 28th, 2024. The time here is 11:24 a.m. in Phoenix, Arizona. If you're watching Facebook Live, the picture that you see in the back of me is the city of Phoenix, my man. Beautiful place. My man, Phoenix, that's fine city. We the only state in the country. Melbourne, let me move Melbourne for show your beautiful city. You see city down there. I'm talking about like Minnesota. Then I'm looking funny. The funny state there. Not the funny state I'm discussing serious manner state. What time can change? Yeah, weather consistent. You understand? Time can change. Weather consistent, and the level of diversity is too much. It's too much. The level of diversity is too much. I don't speak the Spanish. You know what I mean? So we can see different people in and out of here. We're not far from Las Vegas. We're right inside California. You understand? So we're right in the middle of everything. We're right inside Texas. We're inside Utah. Utah, what? You know, maybe in Utah, when you're hardcore, you can go there and marry 2-3 women that are in the state that are free. You can take 2-3 women in the state of Utah. They can't do nothing. It's lawful. So when you marry, you chauffeur to the town that Utah will carry you be there.
Wait, Are you telling me that the state you in, they have their own rule, they have their own law, they have everything that govern them?
Yes.
All right. And one of the life or one of the privileges or one of the things that can make life so simple and easier is to live freely. So you can decide as to.
No, that one in Utah, bro. Slow down. Our neighbor that they call Utah. Yeah, don't make it funny. It's funny now. I mean, you're not giving feedback for us. That technician, Papa, feedback coming.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Utah,
Mm.
which is few hours away from us. You can drive there or you can fly there. In fact, I flew in Utah a few days ago. I was in Utah. But you know, some of the things we're not discussing in public. I was in Utah a few days ago. Sometime last week, I was in Utah. In Utah, you can take more than one, bro. You want to take 5 tickets. You want to take 10 tickets in Utah. 10 wives. Ticket. If one of them get better, say they won't go, let them go. They stay on Utah.
So that means the people on us, I think they are talking about the book of Exodus, right?
My man, Utah are people yesterday, man. You know,
yeah, I think a big boy, yeah, indeed. You can move on, you live. Yeah.
The one time you go Utah, you do anything you want to do, what didn't happen? You can get 5 in Utah, 10 in Utah. You people. What is all concern you? By the way, my man, get update what is going on in the country. What's up in the country? How the country? We know that there was no lay yesterday. Who they blaming? Georgia again? What's up? How the country? What's going on?
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Steve. And let me say thank to all of our followers and our viewers, to all of you who are also following us via the radio. Also, I know today is a D-Day, especially with the heavy rainfall. I know you are enjoying the cool weather. So let me say a wonderful good evening to you and those of you who are following us via the internet. I know sometimes when the weather is like this, sometimes you find it a little difficult, especially when you are residing in Liberia because of the weather conditions. Sometimes you don't easily browse the way you want to, but howbeit, thank God at least that we are alive. And Steve, indeed, you are correct. There are so many things happening in Liberia. Mind you, today is the last Sunday here in Liberia, and today is the 28th of April, the 4th month. Yes, indeed. So the county sport me. Let me just begin with sports. The county sport me a quarterfinal started on yesterday where we witnessed the first 2 teams that played. Yes, indeed. And the last game was Grand Jeda and that of Nima, which ended, or in fact, which been postponed after the 90 minutes, and the game will be played on tomorrow, according to the information that we get it. But today again, another batch our team play on today. The first game was Grand Bassa, and that Maserado, and again ended Grand Bassa beat Maserado 2-1, and the second game was Lofa and that Bomi, and the game ended also with the same score 2-1. So indeed, there are a lot of celebrations, especially coming from Lofa and also coming from Grand Bassa, and so there are a lot of jubilation celebration that our people they are celebrating the county sport meet, especially the favorite counties of their own. So yes, and the weather condition here, Steve, is bad. The rain been in fact the rain started falling since 4, I think between 4:30 to 4:45 this afternoon. The rain started to fall, but it's subsided now. But the wind still blowing, and that's the weather condition here in Liberia. And when it comes to politics, yes, in the political scene, political happening, people are still shifting blame shifting as to yes, that won't happen and the other won't happen. Like already been talking about since the start of the week up to Sunday. Yes, indeed, the political happening are still ongoing. People are still shifting blame. People are still talking about the GSC, about the president suspending all of the commissioners and so on. Then the other news that are in the corridor right now is about the president traveling out of Liberia. People are wondering as to, because we're hearing about 16 days that the president will be traveling for probably about 16 days out of Liberia. So some Liberians are also talking as to if it is true as to why would the president want to take that long time stay out of the country. And the 100 days also I think we're going almost close to the 100 days now. We're going probably about 96 or 97 days now into the 100 days. So someone would say so the rescue team, they are doing everything possible to meet up with their 100 days plan. And the 100 days plan, some of us we've been witnessing, they are road maintenance, which of course they are still doing. But mind you, we are in the rainy season. So the president said that no car going to stop in the mud during its first 100 days. So indeed, that's the challenge. And the challenge is on. And we are witnessing and we are sitting back quietly to observe how the 100 days is going to end, whether the president going to really meet up with the 100 days plan, or the rescue train going to meet up with a 100 days plan. With all of the noise, the work code up to now, no, we haven't hearing any news anymore about the work code as to where we as people. But I know maybe after the county sport meet, maybe that will be another news that people will want to know as to what happened to the work code. Has the work code go on the carpet or what going on? So good, so far, these are happening, and these are some of the news in Liberia and in the street corners and our corridors.
These are some of the news in the street corners and our corridors. Milborn, my man, thank you. We can't thank you enough for furnishing with this information. First thing I want to say is to everyone watching us, thank you so much for following. In terms of the One Economic Crimes Court, let me say clearly, we were on here and we called on Senator Yoli Kanga Lawrence. We called on Fanati Kofa, Speaker Fanati Kofa, to do their parts, both of them. And they did their parts individually and collectively. They did. They sent out, it is clear, they were able to get the people in the legislature to sign off on it. That means the Liberian people agreed for the One Economic Crimes Court. The fact that the representatives of the Liberian people, in majority, it's very historic thing that happened in our country about a few weeks ago. For 27 out of 28 senators to sign on or sign off on a document that is unprecedented, it's historical. Don't mind all that funny noise and what the other Eddie Stone and other men are making, built to our and whatever it is. As a scam, they sign off on it. Nobody fools and they're not cheering and not baby. All of them sign off on it. Bottom line, we thanked the senators and everybody. Let me say this to the Liberian people. The person who is holding on to the One Economic Crime Code, and I'm Prince Johnson, and not Thomas Yaya Numle, and not George Bully, and not Mayton Bly Butt Naked, than not any other rebel person or any other person who participated in the war. The person who is holding on to this whole One Economic Crime Code are Joseph Boakai. You're here today. That I support the government. I support the president, but I'm not a blind loyalist. I say as it is. I support the Liberian government, but I'm the one who can support you and tell you the truth. And I'm part of that sycophantic behavior. I don't praise and worship nobody. I don't make excuses for nobody, especially political actors. I don't. Joseph Boakai is the one. You're listening to it. Nobody should tell you any other thing. Joseph Boakai is the one that has not signed the executive order. Joseph Boakai is the one that has not signed the order also to the UN. There are two documents he needs to sign. We told you on SKTV before. It is Joseph Yuma Boakai, the man that you voted for. The man that is president today. The old gentleman that you voted for, that about to leave the country to come to America for treatment. Nobody man not lie to you. You're not coming for no business meeting, whatever it is. Don't waste your time. As those scam. As those scam. He's leaving the country, coming to America for treatment. Nobody man not tell you any other thing. You're here on SKTV. That treatment business. We don't want to tell you what's going on now. What are you agree with all now? What are you get very all now? We still tell you the truth. And that won't bother now. Something that was all go behind the horn and talk because everybody can get sick. Myself, I don't feel well. I think you can hear it from my voice. Sick now by everybody, but to be howling and be making it low there to say you playing games with small children. No, we're grown up now. Joseph Boakai, you're here today to the Liberian people. All the victims, they're not Jowiao, they're not CDCO, they're not ANCO, they're not CPPO, they're not Liberty Party, they're not Unity Party. We said they're not Unity Party, they're not ALP. Dana Tawan Gonglo no party. Dana Clara Malva party. Dana Sarah Beslo Yanti party. The people who holding the war economic crime from coming to Liberia, like Joseph Boakai and Unity Party. Your and let it be clear that Joseph Boakai and Unity Party, because Joseph Boakai likes to play games, and it is not right. And not everything you can play games. When you get your words, the other people finish doing their part. What thing that again the Liberia have spoken. If the legislature says this, that means the legislature have said it. So, we'll be having our guests on, the Chairman Musa Bility, Chairman Honorable Musa Bility. I think he's getting set up. Let me make sure he's ready to go before. Chairman, when you're ready, I beg you, please give a thumbs up in the back end, and then we'll bring you on, please, if you can hear us. Once you're ready, you give a thumbs up, we'll bring you on. But I know the chairman is setting up. The chairman is here, and the representative is here. As you guys know, the representative, one thing I love on him, whether you like him or not, he can take questions. Yeah, he can take questions. So today we'll probably hear again. Some of the questions can be political, it can put in situation again, and nobody can take it. That one I'll give it to him. So chairman, when you're ready, when you're set, just let us know. But Melbourne, while we're waiting on the chairman, I stumbled on a road. I got called about press conference, but I couldn't really go listen to it that much because of the noise, the background. I think that the rain.
Yes. I know. Maybe you want to give me 30 seconds. Let me just
please.
That press conference. Myself, unfortunately, because maybe it's PRO or maybe the president now really telling that sometimes when the country sport meet is on, especially by this time, people are mostly glued to that than that of any other maybe major news that will come. So sometimes you gotta be a little bit, you gotta know the timing. Myself, I was to follow the press conference. I saw the update, but unfortunately, because of the country meet, so we all our mind and our attentions was given to that.
What would they to Lawrence? What Lawrence did this?
Lawrence found it tend to Reverend. The man is dressing like Reverend. The man, I think man a Baptist.
Lawrence, what they would do to deserve this? I mean, what's going on? Because before Melbourne could get married, and the same way you were dressing, something going on that we need to know about. We'll bring the chairman on. What's going on, my man?
Lawrence, are you there?
Lawrence, I'm making man. The man too well dressed, and I'm making today.
Yeah. Lawrence Sabedo.
Chairman, when you're ready, I beg you, please signal us. Okay, very good. I think the chairman should be ready. We'll take Lawrence off. When Lawrence said he will come back. Let's see if we can get the chairman on. Chairman, how are you?
I'm good.
Chairman, representative. Musa Bility. Welcome to SKTV. Welcome to the show. How are you, Chairman?
I'm all right. Today is a quiet day for me. A little bit under the weather. I didn't even go on the football field. I wanted to go and give my man Eddie Snow support against Lova, but Lova not make it. Yeah.
You said Lova not make it?
Bombing.
I mean, bombing make it.
Mm-hmm. Chairman will hold you in contempt mode and Lova you won't play with that.
No, I'm against Lova because I don't want Nimba to meet Lova.
But Chairman, anyway. You pass Grand Chile here because Grand Chile, the white Grand Chile held you yesterday. I'm disappointed in Nimba.
Look, Steve.
We'll be Grand.
From what I saw yesterday, it will be difficult.
We got 30 minutes to prove that.
But the boys from the Putu Mountain, they were pushing y'all. The real play, I don't want to from you. They shocked me.
Yeah, they have a good team.
They do.
For experience, Nimba, Nimba, the problem who playing the whole country can be against us. I know why. even two of you inside your against us.
Yeah, I just want to.
Chairman, you myself were playing yesterday. You.
I know.
So you won't expect me to be supporting you while I'm playing you. So I have to be against you for now until after the game. Maybe tomorrow, if you qualify over me, then now I will look and say, okay, say you'll be playing Lofa, then I'll be joining you now to be supporting you against Lofa. But tomorrow, let's see how it goes on tomorrow. Indeed, but you rather play me hard on yesterday because you are B-side. So we prepare ourselves for the bush.
Yeah, I see that. I realize. How would you
Well, Chairman Musa Bility, Representative Musa Bility, folks, please help us share the show. We are in conversation here with Chairman Representative Musa Bility, who's here to talk on scores of national issues. As always, we'd like to welcome him to SKTV. We'll get the conversation started here while we await the rest of the team to join us. Chairman, let me first of all start to say to you and the entire Liberty Party, again, our condolences, but also happy birthday to the founder of Liberty Party. Yesterday, you did something. Normally, you're a man who communicate, you write, but you used picture yesterday without writing. What does that say? I just want to know to hear from you. What does that say? What does that mean? Because people know you to be very expressive. You don't hold back.
Yeah, yesterday was for me too many things that rode through my head, and I felt like that picture. If you see it, you will give your own meaning to it, and it was my way of connecting everybody to this man. Normally, when you write, then you limit the entire feature to what you write. But by not writing, sometimes you allow everybody to express themselves in their own way. So what you are thinking, what Mayboy thinking, what Sebu thinking, they could all fit that picture. That's why they say a picture says 1,000 words. So I just wanted to give everybody the chance to give a tribute to Councillor Brunson yesterday. It was a very unique, solemn occasion, and I wanted to make sure that it was. Hopefully, I give the kind of awareness that he needed. So yeah.
The reason I ask you that question, Sekou, welcome to the show. It's good to see you as well. Yes. The reason I ask that question is because there is a guy here in the United States. He has an entire team. His only work, he works with the Democratic Party. His only work is an artist. His only work is to do portraits. During the elections, and the Democrats have contacted him again. During the elections, he would draw these portraits and don't write anything. He would just draw these portraits and they will post it on billboards all around the country.
Yes.
So they'll you on CNN.
It's a powerful way of communicating, Steve, because it's your way of letting people also express themselves through what you do. It's not always good to be the speaker. You got to allow people to express themselves. Everyone that saw that post yesterday had their own word to say. So I allow people to express themselves so that we all can remember this great man, in a special way.
Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Folks, if you're just joining us, we're in conversation here with Chairman Representative Musa Bility. We have lots of things to talk about, so we want to jump quickly into the conversation. Speaking of the Liberty Party, how is the Liberty Party, especially or considering the CPP has been dissolved, how is the Liberty Party and what should the Liberian people expect from the Liberty Party?
The Liberty Party is, an opposition party, and therefore it will continue to be that. At the same time, the party I think we've started the healing process in the party, and hopefully that healing process will continue, and we'll find our way around. But like every political party that went through the election, we're basically trying to get ourselves to where we need to be. So it's a unique future, but we're happy where we are, and hopefully, we can only improve from here.
Let me ask you a follow-up question, and we'll go to Siku really quick here. For the layman, for people who might not understand, what do you mean you started a healing process? What does that mean?
We're fighting. We fought. We did a lot of things. And so elections over. We didn't win everything. Where the CPP lost, so our main political goal was not achieved. But individuals, party members, individual associated with the party won. I won. The co-chair won. So we do have people in places now than before to be able to impact the reconciliation process. So we hope that we can take advantage of that.
So are you saying the Liberian people should expect Senator Yombi Kanga Lawrence coming back as the political leader, you staying in the role as the chairman, and all of them being restored to their position, including Senator Doris Dillon, who, as we speak currently, who is expelled, along with Senator Yombi Kanga Lawrence, who is also expelled from the party. Are you saying that you guys are coming back together?
It's been 6 years since we had the election. Whether expulsion or not, some positions have, just by nature expired. We will consider all of the options, available to us. I think, all of us, the relevance of the issue of the political leader is no longer relevant. The political leader on the party, more or less, is either when you go to election and then you lose the election and then you become a political leader. And it's been over 6 years. So we're hoping that we can find other means and to accommodate one another. We do have ambition, all of our ambition, and I'm sure our new ambitions will drive the new political negotiation in the party. But not to go back to things that legally don't make sense anymore. But we are looking forward to a kind of a reconciliation that will give the Liberty Party the chance to look into the future, look to 2029, and see how we can come together, objectively looking at 2029. The position of political leader does not solve any problem now, So, but I would like to look forward, and I think everybody would like to look forward to say what do we want, what are we going to achieve, what can we get together to agree that this is what we want to do, what kind of leaders do we want in the party, who do we want to maybe be our presidential candidate, who do we want to be our political arrowhead, these kind of issues. We don't, you don't bog that down into who is political leader, who is expelled, who is not expelled. Certain things don't make sense anymore, especially when the election is over. Once the election is over, most of the things, have gone full circle. Just by, the way things are I would like to look forward, see how we can build a party.
Okay, thank you so much, Chairman. Let me go to Sekou real quick. Sekou, it's on you.
Chairman Musa Bility, welcome, sir. How are you?
I'm okay, Chief. How are you?
Thank God. Thank you for showing up again on a very short notice. We really appreciate it. It's always good to have you. And, there's no dull moment with the chairman. Once the chairman is here, it's a different ballgame. We really appreciate your presence. So those of you who may be concerned about the radio Top FM from Grand Gilead, they don't come on Sunday. So we have them for Monday to Saturday. Lawrence, we don't know what's going on. Maybe technical problem or rain. But yes, those of you listening to us on Truth FM, I want to say thank you to all of you for following. So, Chairman Bility, I know Steve already started this conversation, but I've been following your post lately, and one of the most intriguing one was the one you talk about. You said, who would have expected that CDC did it slogan from the Unity Party? What does that mean? And why are you shocked about it?
Chico, I didn't support the Unity Party. I didn't support them at any time, even in the second round. But yet, I recognize the fact that they won because the people made a decision that we want something else. We want a different, government. We want to have a different, activity. We want to have a different. We want to see something different, and it's frustrating. During the war campaign, everything that went on, even within the CPP, the reason why everybody was moving towards President Bouakai was that he had the experience. He would not have to learn anything. He knows how to run a government. And therefore, it would be easier. And every time someone, and thank God he himself has not said it publicly, I'm happy for that. But every time any of his close allies say to me, oh, we did it. In fact, I was conversing with one of them, and they sent me the picture of the time John Weah removed the chairperson of the FTA. And it was disgusting. For me, and my response to that person, in fact, somebody said, oh, I heard that, you're the opposition, you want to demonstrate, and why you don't give Twitter Baga time, you give John Weah 6 months. Now you don't want to. Then I said to the president, I said, are you listening to yourself? It's like you take someone like John Weah. All of us knew, even those who supported him not because he had experience to run government, supported him because, he was here for this country, he's a star, he's been there that's why he became president. He didn't become president based on his experience. So it was clear that, he was either going to learn on the job or he was going to fail. But nobody expected anything out of John Weah in the first, 3 to 6 months. The contrary is to do Baga. The decision to replace John Weah was that John Weah was not doing certain things, and that Joseph Baga will just hit the ground running. And to see it otherwise is frustrating. Look, Sekou, you may want to say whatever you want to say. You're the party member. I want this government to succeed. And the reason why I want the government to succeed because the opportunity President Baga has right now, I don't think we're going to have that short anytime soon. Number one, it's likely that he's going to be a one-term president. Therefore, many of our institutions, our constitution, several things can be corrected, to allow us to change our constitution, to allow us to strengthen our institutions, reduce the legislative term, reduce the presidential term, and deal with several issues, even impunity for president, as is in our constitution. People may argue, but as our constitution is written today, the president cannot be held accountable for what he did in office as president, whatever it is. So all of those things, we can change it. We can change several things and make our constitution more viable. President Barker has those opportunities. The mentality, the Liberian mentality, the way we're looking at things. I mean, I was just listening to radio. I heard that people went to Matawi and ransacked it. I mean, that's degenerating into lawlessness. How do we deal with that? How do we manage things like that? As a state man, an elderly man, he has the opportunity to bring all those things to bear. So the tolerance for him, and I want his people to understand, the tolerance for John Weah was like this, way, way big, because in the first place, many people knew that he was inexperienced. He has almost zero experience in government, and therefore it was easy to say, oh, John Weah has no experience. But I just want them to understand that you cannot compare that to Joseph Barker. For Joseph Barker, the Liberian people expect result now. Hey, they're doing some good things, Sego. I think the raw works that they're doing, I think it's fabulous. I think it's a very good thing to try to get the grader to move the people. I think that is very excellent. I think the budget process is good. The reason why I think it's good is because there have never been any attempt to say, let's go and take money to go bribe the legislator and then try to pass a budget by enemy. That's been good. And maybe that's not largely due to them, but due to the commitment of everybody in the legislature to say, we're going to scrutinize this budget. But at least I know that the government didn't make an effort to attempt to bribe lawmakers and other things to pass the budget. So they've done some good things. On the political front, personally, I think Barker has lived up to his commitment to his political allies. The standard is not good, but at least he has been able to give them, all of them, job. I'm not happy with the kind of standard that he has set, and then just throwing a job around. But at least he's giving it to people who supported him. That is good. What is bad, and we all should look at it, not necessarily from an opposition point of view. The LTA is an act that was enacted during Unity Party term, and it is clear there's no room for suspension. You suspect, you break the rule, you go through the process, you remove them. There's a whole chapter on removal. So there's a procedure that you must follow to remove those people. If you can't follow that, you want to hide behind some rubbish called executive law. It's wrong. This country has struggled too much. We've suffered too much. It's time, under the leadership of this elderly statesman, it's time for all of us to embark upon a new Liberia. And we should do that knowing that Joseph Barker faces no competition for any one of us. Based on what we know and based on what Joseph Barker knows, he's not going to run again. And therefore, he has to assume the role of a father figure, the father of the country, and call everybody around and make sure that we change this country, subverting the decision of the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court making decision on Wednesday, you coming up on Thursday to say I support that decision, and coming Friday to do something else. It's disgraceful. We should not allow it to happen. I'm praying that the Supreme Court will reverse it. Because if the Supreme Court does not reverse that decision, then it means that there's no more tenure position. Tomorrow, Joseph Baga can remove the central bank governor under the same principle. He can remove the LACC under the same principle. He can remove now everywhere there's tenure. If this decision holds, all of the tenure positions are gone because they're going to use the same method to remove all of them. I am saying to you that we can do better. And with a president that can only assume the role not of a political leader, not of a standard bearer, but of a father of the country, so that together in unison we can, begin the journey to reform our country. I hope that we can do that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you so much. So that was very long and loaded answer, and I really enjoyed it. In fact, your answer kind of led me to my other question. So based on what you're saying, is that it's like you're saying the process or the procedure they are following right now, especially talking about suspension, there's nothing like that on the books that, or every other document creating the art that created those positions. So to the Supreme Court, why the Supreme Court said to them that their action there was some procedural error in their action, as opposed to the Supreme Court saying the action was illegal, was not in line with the law?
Because there's room to remove the people. There's procedure. If you want to remove them, there's procedure to remove them. That's all the Supreme Court was saying. First, you're going to remove them because you're not happy with their job. They are tenured people. So if you remove them, it means that you realize that they're not competent. All right? Or they've done something that they transgress against the terms and conditions of their tenure. So therefore, the Supreme Court is saying the wrong move. Procedurally, these people can be removed, but the route you took is wrong. That's all the Supreme Court is saying. You didn't want the Supreme Court to say you can't move them, because that's not what the law said. The law said they can be removed. It is there. But to remove them, you must establish the cause, prosecute them, and find them guilty. And then it is not Alexander Cummings or George Weah that made that law. It is a law that was signed by Joseph Boakai as president of the Senate. It's on the paper. So what all the Supreme Court was doing, just giving them, in my mind, Supreme Court was telling them, giving them how to do it. Really, when you argue in a court, you say leading the witness. That's what Supreme Court was doing. Supreme Court was basically telling them, no. You follow the wrong procedure. So follow the right procedure. Go, and the procedures are there.
So what do you think driving this ego of the Unity Party or that of Joseph Boakai, circumventing all rules and regulations and banning on their hair on, just removing and focusing on these tenure position? What do you think is the ego? I mean, actually driving.
I know I will sound, very weird, but I honestly don't believe that these actions represent Joseph Boakai. I know people will disagree with me, people will argue with me, but Sebu, you are married. When you're in the house with your wife every day, she just wanting anything she want she want you to do. Most likely you'll do it because you just want your peace. This job business have become nuisance into somebody's ear, and for him, it's like he has terrible memory. So you remember all of these people fighting for him one way or the other, being there for him, and you want to give them job. And they come and tell him, "Oh, Mr. President, this when you have a bunch of, I mean, totally ignorant lawyers in the mansion that are just telling the president this is legally fit." And I think that the Justice Minister of the Republic of Liberia needs to know that he's working for Liberia. And the Constitution gave him some leverage to disagree with the president. And his appointment as Minister of Justice gave relief to a lot of people in this country. And I expect, and all of us expect him now to have an opinion on these things. Otherwise, the assumption would be that he acquiesces. And it doesn't represent him. I know the man.
Okay. So, Mr. Chairman, so if we agree that this action somehow circumvent or abrogate the law, and you are in the legislature, do you expect the Supreme Court to take another action against the president's action? And if the Supreme Court does not, will you, as legislature or legislators, take any action if you believe the law is broken or somebody is attempting to?
If the Supreme Court say they are right, we have no jurisdiction.
No, if the Supreme Court says nothing as is right now, because the Supreme Court told them the procedure was wrong.
No, Supreme Court will do
the
something.
procedure they follow right, and that's not the right procedure. Yeah.
Say, well, the Supreme Court will do something. The Supreme Court, the guys have gone, they're going to the Supreme Court tomorrow. So the Supreme Court will have a say in this thing. And if they say that the president was right to remove them, we have no jurisdiction. The only thing we will do is to move to scrap all. Well, I will be the first to introduce an act to remove all tenure positions in Liberia. Because effectively, if the Supreme Court says that the president was right, then tenure positions are not all of them.
I'm not guaranteed.
From election commission to LACC, everywhere there's tenure position. If the Supreme Court rules to central bank, if the Supreme Court rules that the president is right, they've all gone to trash. I will introduce a law that nullifies all tenure position and let the true will of the president prevail, as the Supreme Court will say it. If the Supreme Court rules that the president was in the wrong and the Supreme Court lays out the procedure, because having said first, you follow the wrong procedure without leading the procedure, without stating. Again, I know the court always want to be moved, but there's provision in the law that say sua sponte. The Supreme Court could have moved itself to take a decision to say, this is a wrong move, here is the right move. Maybe by saying that, I hope I don't get trouble into
maybe the Supreme Court.
I don't want to circumvent them.
The Supreme Court believes
I'm not a lawyer.
That they know better. Maybe the Supreme Court think they know better. They should know better.
Supreme Court assume that common sense was there. Supreme Court assume that when they say you get a wrong procedure to remove them, so Supreme Court was assuming that they will go and say, oh, Supreme Court said this is the process. So let's go in the LSCC Act to follow the process. But they didn't go to LSCC Act. You go to something they call the executive law. Are you kidding me? So now, if it comes back, maybe that's what the Supreme Court needs to do. Maybe the Supreme Court needs to go beyond telling the executive this is a wrong move. Supreme Court needs to now lay out how you can get rid of those guys. maybe that will help us. But either way, the legislature will act. What I mean, if the Supreme Court rule in favor of the executive, we will consult and make sure that we remove all tenure position. And if the court decide in favor of the people, the legislature will make sure that the court decision is adhered to, and we will make sure of that.
Back to you, Steve.
So we're in a position today that it's going to be a landmark case.
It's going to be a landmark case. The voice of Representative Chairman Musa Bility. Representative Chairman Musa Bility, it seems like you are wishing Joseph Yuma Boaka well in his administration, but in the same token, one would say you are also trying to hold him accountable to do what is right in order to achieve their goals and agenda. So that means that we can say in America, you're walking and chewing gum at the same time. But here's a question for you, not in the context of what you and Sekou were discussing here. We'll come back to that, but I want to divert just a little bit to bring your attention to something. What is your reaction on the most recent election in Nima County, considering it's your county? What say you, even though I don't know, the final results are all preliminary results? What say you?
Okay. So let me just deal with the first issue on walking and chewing. And Steve, I will force people in this country to accept that I do politics differently. I'm not a typical politician. It is the same thing that I did in the last 6 years that people call me a pro George Weah. I don't just go about criticizing people. I look for sense in everything. It has been, it's almost 100 days now, and I cannot sit here and say everything that has happened in this country in the last 100 days is wrong. It's not my style of politics. I mean, that's what got us where we are here today. That's why we keep electing all kinds of people, because we tie our politics on yay and nay. We don't look for sense in who to elect, what kind of leader. I'm sorry, I don't operate like that. And if that anger any opposition, that's your business. And if it's something that anger people in the government, it is their business. None of them put me where I am. Okay, through the grace of God, I walk myself through these doors. So nobody can tell me how I should conduct myself. So if it is right, I will say it. If it is not right, I will say it. And in politics, you must have the capacity to walk at the seat that you want. Because, Steve, if you don't do that, what you end away is that you see the truth and call a lie. This is what the Unity Party did. That's what giving their heart on today. Everything they were criticizing. And today, they are repeating those things. They don't even remember that they criticized those things. So I don't want to be in that position. So President Boaka, the role worked excellent job. Peace and stability, excellent job. Because we never had any wild, security threatening situation in our country. The security relationship with the ordinary people, very poor job. You understand? But if it is good, say it. If it is not good, say it, gentlemen. We are in this for 6 years. I don't want to be in a position where when Boaka does something good, then I say, oh, it's still bad. No, you're teaching your children, you're teaching the young ones bad politics. We should be magnanimous in our criticism. If it is right, we should say it. There's some good thing that's happening, Steve, and there's some very bad thing that have happened in this country. On the situation in Nimba, I'm happy that more than anything else that we went to election and there was no violence, there was no protests, and all of the candidates accepted the result. And this is the first election in a very long time where everybody was on their nerve in the country, and when the result came, everybody accepted the result. And that's Nima country for you. That tells you Okay, now we become a true representation of the people of Nimba. In the legislature, we have three tribes there now. We have Gio, we have Mano, we have Madigo. In the executive, we have Basa, we have Crown people now in the executive. So all of the tribes of Nimba are currently, in the Nimba mosaic, and we're happy for that. And the legislators have made a decision to be unified. We are together. We stand together on all the issues confronting our country.
Okay. Okay. So you guys are unified, as you said. The results, the preliminary results, all the results coming from Nimba, you are okay with it. The Liberian people say you certify with it. Okay, no problem. Let's move forward to something else that you have done as a legislature. Quickly before I get to that part, I just want to squeeze something here really quick. What say you? Because I'm seeing where SKTV is also following a back and forth in terms of shifting blames and responsibility, like you said earlier. Some people are posting, and Joe, we are also went and suspended LTA boss before. But some people are even posting that what happened with Nimba County and Grandia yesterday, which I think in our opinion, is embarrassing for the country at large. It's embarrassing for the new administration that, the light on SKD was not in operations yesterday. What say you, the legislature? And most recently, you guys were in session debating the budget. The lights went off. What say you? Because you guys are the government now.
The country is still in transition. I mean, I know, you are forcing me to sound like Jeremy Pia. Like I'm trying to defend Joseph Bakagoro, but I'm not. The country is still in transition, Chief. And by this time next year, we should be asking those questions. I think at least 6 months should be enough for us to know where this government is taking us. I honestly believe that 3 months or 100 days is not an indicator as to what quality of leadership that we are going to get. What happened to the fee? The minister has explained that sometimes the light comes on, sometimes it doesn't come on. Yesterday it didn't come on. They have made a decision to change it. It's analog light. They want to change it to digital ones. Budget has not passed.
Is analog light?
Yeah, analog.
And that's what got me smiling.
Yeah, it's analog.
Age?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what they met there. So they are saying that they want to transition to digital, and they got the money appropriated for in the budget, and hopefully next year when we come to county meet and this kind of thing happen, the next day the minister of youth and sport will be before the house, But for now, I think that
Chairman Musa Bility, before I get to my actual question here, because we're just warming up.
Yeah.
But even in this warm up of the conversation, it seems as though you represent one branch of the government. Transitional periods are over per the Constitution. Constitutionally in Liberia, the transitional period is over. And so for you to tell the Liberian people and the world at large that the government is still in transition, are you saying that we have an inept, incompetent government?
They don't have the authority to spend money at this time.
But you allocated money. You allocated money in the first few weeks.
Yeah.
You allocated money in the first few weeks they took over.
No, but the ATS, the SKD was not on the interim budget that was submitted. It was not there, and so there's no way that they could fix it. There's no money. Like you say that I was walking through, you cannot have a cake and eat it. Once you have not approved the budget, the bank cannot spend the money.
So then why constitute? Why go ahead with a content meet if you knew that you never had a budget? Why even say that it should be played?
Wrong move. They did wrong. That's bad decision.
All right.
And also, I'm happy. I said last night that they should remove the penalty kick. Today they announced that the penalty kick has been removed. you know, and that was just smart thinking. If you know that you
Interesting.
don't have light, remove the penalty kick. Once you remove the penalty kick, the game that starts 2 o'clock will end 4 o'clock. Nothing will stop it from ending 4 o'clock. And then
We'll push you on that.
What do you mean by
no, I didn't say penalty kick. Sorry, extra time. And the competition has a right to do that.
No, you serve in LFA.
Yes.
You know FIFA rules and standards. You know
Yes.
the guidelines.
It's
For you to
acceptable.
even suggest that, don't you think that's going against the standard?
It's acceptable in football rule, and they've already done that. It's
Okay.
acceptable. Every competition has its rule. There are 2 kinds of rules in football. There are general rules, and then there are competition-specific rules. Specific rule can be changed. General rule cannot be changed. For instance, offside, or how the player can be offside, or disciplinary action. Those are general rules. You can't change that. Specific rule, for instance, how many players you can substitute. It can vary from game to game, or how long should a game each half last. You can reduce it to 40 minutes. You can reduce it to 35 minutes. These are all within the realm of your authority as competition. That's why every competition must have a competition committee, and they make the general rule. But the general rule must be consistent. I mean, the specific rule must be consistent with the general rule. But in a game of football, you can do that.
Well, folks, if you're just joining us, the conversation hasn't even started yet. We already got the chairman and representative rocking his chair. That tells you that it's going to be a long day. Chairman and Representative Musa Hassan.
I need to get something to drink.
Yeah, you better get something to drink because Sekou ready for political question. I want to turn it over to him, but let me ask you this question before we get to Sekou. Mr. Kane, so far, what do you make of the interaction, the conversation so far, as we're with the chairman?
I'm loving it, and I like the way it's going. And I wanted to actually agree with the chairman when he said, you know, some specific rules can be changed from competition to competition. Those are acceptable, and I just want to agree with him on that.
Okay.
And I'm a little bit shocked that Joseph Boakai government, knowing that we have analog. You know, this is why sometimes when I hear about George Weah and the CDC, I can say I don't want to hear George Weah coming back. Because Joseph Boakai did not create the problem at SKD. George Weah was all of the best that football world represents, from African best to European best to world best. Under his leadership, if anything supposed to be improved, at least should have been the schools.
Okay.
That makes him popular. Sports made George Weah a celebrity. But under George Weah leadership, Steve, Liberia was suspended to be able to host international matches on our soccer field. Steve, amidst all the stealing and corruption and embezzlement that they went through, Liberia was playing a game outside of Liberia. No war, nothing whatsoever. George was unable to improve the sport in Liberia, even to the extent that our sport complex was suspended by FIFA, that it was not in a conducive condition, in acceptable condition to FIFA to have international matches. Now, after 6 years, we are now hearing that the Liberian UNE put complex using analog electricity. I'm flabbergasted.
Okay.
Now I Joseph Walker about George Weah. So he's a failure from all accounts.
So
And it's embarrassing.
thank you, Mr. Kane. Thanks for your comment or reaction to the question that I asked you. Chairman, you're back. Representative Musa Bility, are you back?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Chairman. Much appreciated. Let's get back to my question, and we'll turn it over to Siku here for his side of the questionings. We follow all the politicians on social media. We follow your interactions and reactions as well, and we want to make that public. Want to let public know that. 3 days ago, we sent out a communication to Honorable Peter Baswa Jackson, Auditor General Auditing Commission, Republic of Liberia. And in a headline, you said audit of the national legislature. Chairman Representative Musa Bility. My question to you is, do you have support from the House, other members of the lower house or even the upper house? And this is not mutually exclusive, whether it be the speaker or even the Senate pro tem. Do you think you have the support on this venture that you're on?
Yeah, I do, but I don't need them. I have overwhelming support, but I'm not following that route anymore. I'm going to the legal route. I've already written this Auditor General. I'm waiting for this week to end, and I'm thinking that he's going to respond to me. And if he responds to me, I will review those. If he doesn't respond to me, I'll go to court and force him to audit. You cannot abdicate your responsibility. The Auditor General is under obligation to audit the legislature. You cannot say that from the time from 2005 up to today, that building has not been audited. I'm saying to them, at least let's audit the last two legislature, the 53rd and the 54th. I'm also saying, and I'm concerned, a lot of things happen. You know, 55th has a completely different leadership. Funatikova is super, I have to say. Good leader, you know, his performance as a speaker on the floor, his control of the floor, his diplomacy, and his balancing act as a speaker is phenomenal. I know he will not shy away from auditing the legislature. I know that. I hold him to that, and he has made that promise to me. He has taken steps. He has called the Auditor General to come and set up the system so that auditing can be easy, you know, when it becomes due. Okay. To the contrary, the Auditor General is reluctant to tell us, for instance, from 2018 to 2023, 272 million United States dollars was channeled through the House of Representatives, through the legislature. You mean there should not be an account of those money? Who took what? And I'm telling you that at least 60% of that money did not go to benefit the ordinary lawmaker. Let me give you an example. Our budget was reduced by at least $20 million, and nobody cried. Nobody salary came down, nobody benefit came down. What is that? What does that tell you? You understand my point? It has to be audited. So I'm going to court. Look, the lawyers are already preparing this. If it will be good. If he replies me, I will assume that he means business, and I will give him all the time that he needs. If he doesn't reply me, I'll go to court. Nothing will stop me.
Thank you so much. Mr. Kana, it's up to you, please.
Chairman Bility, thank you so much.
I think somebody else is on, right?
Now we have the radio station in Bommy, Bomines.
Okay.
So we have 2 radio stations. Now maybe you've never been here the last time we're here. Now we have 2 different radio stations plus Truth FM. So we have Top Radio and we have Radio Former. Top Radio from Zredu, Grand Jida County, and Radio Former is in Bomines, Lower Bon County. So pretty much SKTV is now in the entire country consistently. And Truth FM being the biggest of all. And we are not sure of what's going on with Truth FM, Nima County, but we are 100% sure of what's going on with with Truth FM in Monsovado, Beansville to be specific, where Melbourne resides. So we are sure of that because we don't have
if Truth FM is now on, I will fire Melbourne right now.
Melbourne never informed me on that. Melbourne, what happened? Do you have Truth FM on Secapie? Don't just say yo. You got to make sure it's on. Because I'll call somebody right now to let me know that
the thing about it is that we have the network here, and the network is connected, so they're always on. That's why we keep telling. Now, while I'm listening to Shebu yesterday, he said I can solve it. The kind of connectivity that we're doing here, it's not so easy. So the CEO know already.
If you listen to Truth FM in Nimba,
so every time when you see me, so that I'll be watching.
It will be like you are in Monrovia. It's as clear because it's a terrestrial connection. It's not just through. It's a digital connection.
It's digital. It's not analog like we have in the old.
No.
SKT.
No, it's very good. It's really, really good.
Okay.
It just sounds like yeah.
So Steve, before I go to my next line of questioning, I want to see maybe Lawrence and Mabel may have one question for the chairman. You never know.
Yes.
Let's give them the opportunity and let's hear from them. Then we will proceed because like you said, we have not started the conversation yet. Especially the chairman is open to answering any question. So
anything.
We on SKTV.
No limit.
We hold back. We put no punches back. So yes, Lawrence, we have a question for the chairman.
Well, yeah, thank you, Mr. Kane. Good evening, Oro Musa Bility. Thanks for joining us. Good evening, Chief.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Well, okay. Oro Bility, I heard you talking about you spoke with the committee to cancel the extra time for tomorrow game. So they are going to start the game over, or they'll just continue the process.
Football, when something happens, you just play the remaining game. So they have 30 minutes to play, and then they have penalty kick if no winner.
Okay. All right.
So that means that decision only applies to the future games, not the one that passed.
Correct.
Maybe that you playing busy or you listening to us? Because
I'm following the show great, but it's just that I have to give you.
Is that pre-birthday celebration? You already started dancing?
No, forget that.
Tomorrow, May birthday?
No, Wednesday, May 1.
May 1st. You are born on May Day.
Yeah, indeed. The 1st of May. So, thank you so much, Honorable Chairman. Indeed, I'm so impressed because every time we call you, you come up to give your own take on the political happening in Liberia. So my attention has been drawn to the World Crown Court. I can still remember feedback. In fact, few days or weeks or months ago, we were putting all of you feet to fire. But now, you people have played your part. What happened? Are we hearing any sound, or maybe is there any hope that the World and Economic Crown Court will come? Because from what we see now, it's like is going down the drain and no more talk about it. So I want you to give a little clue about that. If you have, if not, then well. But I think that was what really on my mind about saying you are here. Yeah.
People redirect your question, yeah, and not with me. We, as lawmakers, we have done what we're supposed to do. The boys should ask, you should go ask them. Allah, gentlemen. I
You are
mean,
correct.
if there's anything left for us to do, you let me know. But you know, we've done our part. I have nothing more to say as far as the World Congress is concerned.
Memo, redirect your question now.
You got executive marshal or correspondent,
So
and that's all. So ask
yes,
your question.
indeed.
Saying to go ask the marshal people. That I mean, it in there.
No, but Memo,
Mhm.
we have the information minister that promised us that after the 100-day, he promised to come to SKTV to update the Liberian people and update us.
There you go.
So the minister will be available and you will have the opportunity to ask that question. Send the chairman want us to redirect our question. We redirect it to the relevant
Authority.
to the relevant authority of people who are actually holding on the maybe by that time too, the war in economic would probably will be signed by the president.
That quickly send the chairman come from the sporting background because he been head of the NFA for a very long time. Chairman, you don't think that it will be prudent that you people see the county meet as another way of maybe developing one of the county, like for example, if the county that will carry the tournament or maybe the trophy, like maybe the trophy will be, or maybe it may likely be worth about maybe 1.5 million USD or maybe 2 million USD. And that money, I think that money will be able to also, develop some part of the county. Do you think that would be good also to add flavor to the county sport meet?
Yes, I'm actually talking about that already. Now next we want to, you know, football will never develop unless we do it the way those who develop football have done it. That is, we use football geographically. So I think developing a county needs to put a little bit of government money in it, allow them to play at least 6 months, where every country play each other home and away, and the best, maybe the best four or the best eight qualify to Morovia. And then, that year you do a what you call a raffle, and the county that wins that raffle on the opening day of the tournament, besides Monserrado, I think some country has football fee now. You do a rally and the winner, you build a stadium there. Every time, every year, you put 1 million in the budget. You build a football stadium across the country. You develop. I mean, I don't even like to talk about how football feel under the real government. It's sad, very very sad because that was football movement, and that football did not grow. It just unfortunate for football, and and there will be no excuse. For me personally, I accept no excuse. It was not about Liberia winning trophy. It was not about Liberia winning African Cup or winning. It was about putting football infrastructure in the country. It was about developing the high school league. It was about developing the country, turning it into a real. Every city in England has a football franchise. The same thing in America. Once you turn this franchise into a league, it will grow exponentially. And all of a sudden, you put them in a tournament, you put maybe $2 million as the price, you will see what's going to happen. If you say that if you win a country meet, the government will build an infrastructure in your country or give the team 1 million, you know what will happen in this place? People will be going to Buchanan to play People will be going to Maryland. Football will go crazy. Every weekend, we will all have place to go. Whether we are going Birmingham, whether we are going Banga, but the country will change. Things will move. We are stuck up into politics. Everything in Liberia right now is about politics, politics. No social life. That's why internet, that's why Facebook is so boring now. People don't even celebrate themselves anymore. Everything is about politics. You see the country meet, just 1 week event. You see how people go in there. Just think about it. Think about making the country meet from say October to May in that 6 month period. Just think about every country playing one another home and away. And then after that, the people with the highest point qualify to Monrovia or to Banga or somewhere. You know what it means? We change the game. So I'm hoping that, like I said, this year it's a trial year. I will try to get former sport officials, additional Ajata Wesley, all of us, that play some part, Malcolm Jews, all of us, former president, current president, to say how we can make a proposal to the legislature to incorporate the county league and make it a league and call it a county league, and then give it a franchise and allow it to operate like they happens in the United States and give an initial money. It will sponsor itself. All these big money companies that operate in people county, I mean, they can't even give a damn. And if they give it going to some phony packet, it's not even okay. It's not even funny. Do you know how Grandjida came to play that game? They got on motorbike all the way to Kanta before they get in the car. Yes. Yes.
But somebody told me, say, the road connectivity, Joseph Parker doing good, everything is good.
No, I don't think it was about the road being bad. It was about
So they don't have money?
transportation.
They don't have transportation?
Yeah.
So Grandjida got no local government, no superintendent,
Well,
all the other
they
people?
have some issues. They one of the person who used to sponsor Grandville that was open. He's not happy right now because they went there, they burned all his house and did all those things. And so we hope that the people of Grandville can reconcile because Grandville brings a lot of favor to the game. They're passionate people. They support their county. So I'm basically saying that at the end of the day, we have to find a way to make football, change. And the good news is President Baga is a good, football fan. So I'm hoping that he will join me in this process, and that we can make a difference.
Thank you so much, Maybon, for that question, and Mr. Chairman. So, folks, if you just joining us, this is SKTV. I'm just going to ask a few more questions. I think we should go to Steve, then Steve can decide whether or not we should go to the lines to hear from our people. So, Mr. Chairman, speaking of politics, in Liberia, politics is the order of the day. That's something that everybody can discuss. So, you were elected, now you've been in office for a few months, and you made a lot of promises. And right after the election, you kind of embark on what you promised the people of Nima County as far as hospital, solar panel lights, bridge, and a lot of different things. How far are we now? What have you done since the election that wasn't there before the election? Can you update us?
Oh, I mean, before election, less than 15% of my district were accessible by road, by vehicle.
Before the
Less than
election?
15%. before my advent into the community. Today, my district is 100% connected.
100%.
100%.
That means
Nowhere
car
in my
can
district.
go in every major part of your district now.
Yes, every town and village, every major city and village is connected today in my district. Nowhere is not connected. We've also paved road beyond my district, District 8, District 9, some part of a good part of District 6, District 4. We're moving towards District 5. We're moving towards District 3. And so, we're all over the place. Well, May 18, we are dedicating our bridge, the famous bridge that we put down there. We're dedicating it.
Sorry.
We're also dedicating 2 bridges. One will be on the 15th, and then the other one will put it by the end of May. So we're in good shape, Chiku. We're in good shape.
So yeah. So what about the
And by the way, the telecommunication in our district has improved. Once we open up these places, Orange has moved. As you heard recently, Orange has opened seven new sites in Nimba County. So our district is very well covered into that now. And so connectivity also has been, our district will be covered by the end of this month. So we'll not have a telecommunication issue. So we're okay. We have a lot more issue. We have sanitation. We need to do wells in our district. That will be our next big target, to make sure we get wells into our district. We need to do that. We also need to improve education. Hopefully, the budget that is passing, I think our 2 health center will benefit greatly. We fought for that very hard, and I'm happy that will yield some result. We'll pass the budget tomorrow. Secretary Health Center and Bar Health Center, we have at least much more than, we will keep our election promise to those 2 hospitals, at the end of the day tomorrow. So we're in good shape.
so
And then we also get an ambulance for the 2 hospitals. Every lawmaker got $45,000. I procured 2 ambulances at the price of 65,000 a piece. So we'll take that 45,000 that will be given to us for vehicle. We'll put it towards against the ambulance, and we'll work with the company and do installment payment through our salary, so that our people can have ambulance in our district. The 2 hospitals can have ambulance that make healthcare delivery accessible to all of our people. The 2 hospitals, one of the hospitals may pick up, the other one need to repair the vehicle they have. We will provide that, and also we are doing everything that we can to make sure that the police in South Liberia and inbound, they do have mobility, so that they can be able to give justice and protection to our people wherever needed. So, we are aware of what is in our country, and we are focused on solving it.
Chairman Bility, what is the hold on the budget? Up to now, the government people, some of them are complaining. The reason why they are not functioning properly because they are short-handed because of the budget not being.
When I complain, they send a reckless.
What is the hold up? What is the hold up on the budget?
Because the budget they sent was reckless, useless. We are fixing it.
And then what you guys doing to fix it? So are we just going to wait?
No, we'll pass it. Hopefully, we'll pass it tomorrow.
When?
But even today, the committee, the Ways and Means Committee was meeting today. The whole day, those guys are working. You know,
Yeah,
they
but what is the hold
shut
up?
up.
What are they waiting for? They're trying to
Several,
restructure.
they are you know, this is the first time budget in our country has been like this. It's the first time. You know, the other day I was very emotional, and I called Speaker Kova and said, Speaker, thank you for the first time. Every lawmaker was given the opportunity to make an input in the budget. It never happened before, never ever in the history of our new dispensation. So it is a budget that must take into consideration everything. It's not a 4G budget, Sebu. If that's what they expected, they will chill. Tomorrow, if everything goes well, what the guys are doing, if it meets the approval of the both plenary, we'll pass it tomorrow.
So where did they get? Did they get the money from to give you guys $45,000 each?
It's in the budget. What you call
Which budget? The one that's
the
been
national
approved, or
budget?
the one you guys have the
Yeah,
45,
the money has
45
not been
million,
given
or
yet.
the one that's yet to be approved?
No. The one that is yet to be approved. So we
Well,
don't
where
have
did they
money
get
yet.
money from? How would they spend the money without being approved?
No.
Okay.
I didn't
Make
say
me to
they get the
understand.
money. I said 45,000 has been allotted to each
Okay.
lawmaker.
Okay,
There's an
I'm glad that
allotment.
you're correcting it.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah, the
said
money not there.
it was given to you guys.
So anybody who get money right now, that bribery. And we're very clear we're not going to do that. So we're not in that business. We're in the business of making sure the right thing happens with the budget. That's why you see the senators and representatives, even today as a higher day, they were working. You saw Amara Corner post. They were working. They've been working, trying to make sure that the right thing is in the right place. So this is not a kangaroo or 4G budget. And if some people sit in the executive think that it was, they're mistaken. We're men and we're people over there. There's a checkpoint erected, you know, and that everything is going to be the appropriation power is is invested in the legislature, and we're using that power right now to properly appropriate the money, so that whatever we say that we are going to realize in the next in the year 2024, let the country, you know, it's not a budget, it's not an ambitious budget. It's not a budget that will change. I can guarantee you that it's not going to change the Liberian poor life. It brings nothing new to the discourse. But we want to make a balance, and we want to make sure that it set the basis for better performance in the future. We intend to work with the LRA so that whatever they will need to improve their revenue generating capacity, so that we can do that. So we'll be able to do everything.
Steve, back to you, and then we can now, if you deem it necessary, we can go to Liberia to get some calls from.
Yeah, I think we should. I agree with you. Let's take some calls to get some reaction, and maybe if we circle back. But just before we go to Liberia, speaking of Amara Kone, Senator Amara Kone, Chairman Musa Bility, I know you probably are aware and follow Senator Amara Kone. Senator Amara Kone seemed to be more on the side of exposing the rescue train or the rescue team or the rescue government as opposed to anything else. In different write-ups. In fact, on the record, he's one of the people that pointed out that a budget that would be deficit in it, in all these different things he's been doing. What say you about the approach of Senator Amara Kone in vis-a-vis in regards to yours? Because he seemed to be more likely, more critical and direct. He's not sugarcoating. He's not playing politics. He's not trying to be no favor. Or, in fact, as of yesterday or so forth, he even went as far as declaring himself as independent. What say you?
Whatever the narcissists will say, and there are plenty of them roaming around here. There are few people that are responsible for Joseph Bagati and President Liberia. Amara Kone is one of them. So you have to appreciate his frustration. You have to. So the least that he can do is to give himself space to say, what he's saying. I don't have to answer any question because I didn't support the Unity Party. But Amara has everything that this government does. Amara Kone has to answer the question. You told us to do it. You people were here clamoring. Look, if enough for the maturity of our community, Amara and I, we went full-blast war against each other in the second round in the Maduro community on the support to the party. And Sebu, all of you are aware of that. The whole community is aware of that. It's into the maturity that we feel that we have much more to deal with than our individual differences, and then we move past it. So you have to appreciate his frustration. Today, when something happens, I'll call him and say, Amara, you're not doing it again. He has to bear that burden. Chief, I bore that burden for CDC for 6 years. Because in the second round of 2017, I joined Chairman Sandy and Honorable Harrison Conway to support the CDC. I lived with that burden. Whatever the CDC did, whether I was part of it, whether I was not, people held me responsible for it. So Amara has that sense of obligation. He feels like, he owes it to people. So you got to give him the space. You got to give him a thumbs up for the courage to speak out against his own government that he broke there. And I commend him for that.
Fair session. Let me throw this in. We'll take the first call. Let me throw this into you. It is alleged that the city of Monrovia, the new person in charge, who took over from Jefferson Koji, is requesting $4 million United States dollars in order to clean the city, the new city mayor, in order to give Monrovia a facelift. When a rescue train or team took over, we saw them cleaning up Monrovia. It was on SKTV, and I was one of the people, one of the panelists on here that said, it was all showmanship and so forth. Are you guys ready to give them $4 million to clean the city? Let me ask that simple question.
First, let me say the city is very dirty right now, and I hope that the city council, the mayor, and anything will do something about it. Secondly, I didn't come across something like that, but I found it very troubling for the mayor of Monrovia to be asking for money. Because this city can raise money. The law gives it right to raise money. Everything that is happening in Monrovia here, there is a city tax that they should be collecting. It's a whole government. If anybody who is a city mayor of Monrovia and right to ask for money, that person should resign. And you don't know how to run a city. If you set up a city, every shop, every business that is in your city should pay a city tax, millions of dollars. And then you begging for. I'll call that one. I've not seen it, therefore I don't know if it is true or false. But I'm hoping that the new mayor is capable enough to know that joy he occupies is a similar government position. Governorship position. He's the city council. The city government is a government. It should manage the city of Monrovia, raise revenue, and provide services in the city. It should not be about, 3, 4, 5 cars behind you and roaming the city like a rebel leader. No. It should be about how you're going to turn this place around, collect your due taxes, put an accountable system where whatever you are collecting, the Liberian people see it, is in the city. We should have a city police. All this struggle that the police is going through with the pen people, it should be the city police. That should be the function of the city police. The city police have specific power, but city police are turned into the garment of the city mayor. Not just this city mayor, all other city mayor before. We need to change that. And I think we can, and turn the city around as a corporation. The city of Monrovia is a business. Treat it like that. If you treat it like that, you will not be asking for money. You will not be asking for money. So treat it like, that's what they call it, Monrovia City Cooperation. You know.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Chairman. Let's see if we can take some calls to get reactions from around the country. I'm not sure who to start with, but Lawrence, do we start with you or do we start with Milborn? It's up to you guys.
I don't think Milborn's ready. I think we can go to Lawrence.
Okay. Let me see what I can activate the lines from this side of Liberia, Central Liberia, Bond County specifically. 0778 25 50 50. 086-02-1302. Those are the number you can call this evening and be part of the broadcast here on SKTV. As you may be aware, on road, Musa Bility, the chairman is in studio. Yeah, he's on SKTV. 086-02-1302. 0778 25 50 50. Those are the number you can call this evening and be part of the broadcast. We have a first call on the line. Hello, good evening. Your name, where you come from? Your line is too bad.
Yes, I'm calling from Bongmai.
Okay, go ahead. Your name?
I'm a employee Honorable Musa Bility. I've been following throughout. I'm going to be one of the best lawmakers we have for the last listen to him on the EPS issue. And what that was a former EPS officer under the regime of President Taylor. And that was really where we went through. So I'm sorry for that. In 2029, I wish you would have never to vote for you.
Thank you, Mr. Draper. Let me see who I can talk to. The line 2. Line 2 is blinking. Okay. Good evening, Yanni. Where you come from?
Hello.
I'm okay. Yanni, where you come from? You called me from 17th Street, Singer.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let's hear you quickly.
I commend all of you men in the studio there. And I commend all of you guys. But one thing I want to say when it's the beginning, what the elders selling is talking with everything in that politics. It's not so be that and put all of the time, everything is the politics. Even if one is taking the kingdom, say something that will be half.
My man, you stick to the issue and stop. No, I beg you, Chief. No, I beg you, don't go that. Yeah, Chief, sorry. Yeah, 0778 25 50 50, 086-02-1302. Those are the number you can call this evening and be part of the show. Let me see who is online too. Okay. Where do you come from? I'm okay. Where do you come from? You call me from where?
I'd like to say thanks. Bushwa.
Go ahead.
I'd like to say hi to Mr. Bility, and I want to thank you for coming on. Basically, I got 2 questions. The first question, I don't know how Mr. Bility sees it, that the first major by-election, respectively Granjide and Nima, the opposition refused to put forth for Kennedy, the ANC, the Liberal Party, and the CDC. Don't they see as a mistake and the Unity Party dominance on Kennedy emerged from Granjide and Unity Party won in Nima? Don't they see as the Unity Party reign continue to dominate? Secondly, when are they going to do away? I like to fight on the GSC auditing the legislature, but I would appreciate that stability they put forth the legislatures, buying cars. I don't know. Other parts do buy cars for their lawmaker. Think if you split the money for the 3 rep and the senator, and you see how much they can accrue. Even in the Great United States, they don't buy cars from senator. What are they going to like his fight on their ability each year? I would appreciate that policy doing purchasing cars for lawmaker and government officials in general. So because these are my 2 concerns. Don't you see the Unity Party dominance continue?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me take this person on the side of the line. Let me see. Oh, I lost this call out 0778 25 50 50. Where you come from? I'm okay. Yeah. Where you come from? You say your name? Okay, right, yeah, you should go ahead.
Yes, I have some packing that I've done for the chairman, and I would like to showcase some of those things to him. And I have some very innovative that I've done for SQTV too, that I want to show. So I don't know how we can support this information to be available.
Thank you, Chief. Okay, this person. Okay. Hello. Oh, too bad. Hello. Hello, this caller 0778 25 50 50. This person. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, anywhere you come from?
Yeah, so they are having some trouble there.
So,
Yeah, so
somebody asked two very important questions. You know,
Mhm.
I support the opposition decision not to put up a candidate. Again, it's supposed my fact. Liberia is a very conservative country. 3 months into a government tenure, you can easily beat that government at the pool. They have everything to their advantage. They are still dividing jobs. They are still influencing people. People are still clamoring for. I mean, a lot of things in their favor. I think it was a good thing for the opposition not to put up a candidate. This is a long haul. This is from now to 2029. There's no midterm. You know, this is one of the times where there's no midterm. So therefore, it's a long haul. So where we are going now, it's about all of us, you know, making that decision that we have a reasonable effect on the outcome of the 2029 election. So not putting up the candidate, I support it because it makes sense. Yes.
So
Yes.
so Mr. Chairman, the person also talk about lawmakers receiving cars. I don't know what you get out of the question.
You know, I believe that why are you separating the lawmaker from the cabinet ministers, deputy minister, managing directors? If we want to address the issue of government official holding car, let's make it realistic. I mean, holistic. I'll support, and I think many folks will support in the legislature. It will say no deputy minister, no cabinet minister should buy a car. And I think the
Should be given car by the government.
yeah, and I think the lawmaker will accept that. But people who they can't even convince their household are ministers and deputy ministers and are in car. They say the lawmaker, the people's chosen representative cannot have a car. But you dash car 100,000, 150,000 to ministers. I don't deserve it. I reject that. What I believe, if we want to deal with it holistically, I think the legislature is prepared to deal with it holistically. But you know what I take this from Senator Dillon. The legislature has failed itself by not being accountable. So we make it look like we the one eating all the money. But I want to tell Liberian people that the legislature consumes less than 10% of the budget. All the other money go to people other than the legislators. But we have made it because we refuse to make this play accountable. So we are absorbing all kind of unnecessary criticism. If we make the legislature accountable to the people and transparent, you will realize that. And if the whole government becomes transparent, then you will know that the finance ministry, the Ministry of State, all these ministries consume more money than the legislature. I am in support of the legislature pay going up. The legislature has failed itself because it has allowed few people to hijack it and take money and using it for other purposes. And take, for example, I can tell you now, as a matter of fact, every lawmaker in the Capitol building is allowed 16 employees. But each and every one of these lawmakers have at least 50 employees.
50?
People on the payroll. Yes. That they almost 30, 40 people that they are paying on their own.
But what are they doing?
There's no job in the country, Siku. So the man leave his district. He counts people supporting him. He has to make sure that there's benefit to these people. I am doing the same. Everybody doing the same. I know, for instance, Honorable Semiana in District 8 in Nima County, he has extra 35 people. Now, in fact, all of the lawmakers in Nima and the entire country, they're doing the same thing. And I hear people talking about the legislature. Have we scrutinized the minister's pay? Have we scrutinized the minister's benefit? And I refuse to accept that ministers should have more benefit than lawmakers. That's nonsense. At the end of the day, we are the legitimate representative of the people. So let's put everything. When you have a transparency, and I put the blame on the legislature. That's what happens when you refuse to be transparent. And people think that you are consuming all the money. Let's order this place. Let's keep this place transparent. And then let's force the entire government to be transparent. And then let the Liberian people know who is consuming the largest portion of their money.
Yeah. So, so if we say we should go across the board, that's for the car. But there are other incentives that some people think that are not necessary. Are you guys receiving money from the Liberian people for housing? We know you're receiving money for car, for gasoline. And we also learned that lawmakers were receiving money for housing, also for other things that people should be able to buy on their own, especially when you got a job.
I'm not aware of housing.
It does not include the benefit in the benefit in the lawmakers' benefit?
No. There's nothing there for today. We're advocating for increment. I don't think we're going to get it this time, but the lawmaker gross salary is around $6,000. And then he makes, I think, another 2,500, 3,000 worth of, I think, let me not be too exact, but it's around $2,000, $2,500 worth of fuel. And then I think there's a certain amount which has not been verified for legislative engagement. Like we have 3 breaks. So we have to honor the rules. We have to go back to our people. So there are certain minimum amount for legislative engagement. Tegu, I asked for the transparency of the legislature. Historically, 60% of the money that was allocated for legislature did not go across the board to all of the legislators. A few people ate the money. If they want to say I'm lying, let them order the place. Do you know that the past lawmakers are complaining that the last 6 months of their few money, they never receive it? Even though it was in the budget and the money was drawn. Do you know that?
So where's the money?
Nobody knows. That's what happens if you don't order the place. You understand? That's what happens. So for me, believe me, and I'm saying opening here, I'm an advocate of increasing legislative benefit because I know that the money that is attributed to them, 60% never reach them.
So, Mr. Chairman,
Even if you increase the legislative pay by 100% today, it will not still reach to 40% of the budget that is attributed to the legislature in the last 12 years. Annual budget. Take it from me.
So when you say the budget for the pay for legislators is about $6,000, does that include all the incentives, or that's just a cash value?
As far as annual monthly pay is concerned, say that again, there's no other incentive.
There's
The money that comes to
there's no scratch card, there's no card for coupon for gas and other incentives besides
that what I just told you about $2,500 for dollars towards coupon and about $6,000 for salary. That $6,000, I think 1,000 is in Liberian dollar and the rest is in US dollar. That's it.
Do you actually remember? Can you actually up here tell us besides the cash value, some of the incentive that you guys receive as government officials from the legislature? So nothing else?
Yeah.
Because we have heard a lot.
The legislature receive money for vehicle $45,000 for 3 years. That's it. So whether you may ask them, that car is with you for 3 years. And then when the more end, you take your $6,000 as your salary. I think that is small. So what has happened is that people have used that building and say that the legislature is eating all the Liberian people money. And not true. Let them put our salary and put all the benefit. And that's how you do accountability.
Yeah, because
if you do auditing, you will know how many the Minister of Finance, all the ministers making, all the managing directors. Chegu, those boys are enjoying 10 times more than us. But the legislature and the leadership have used that building to funnel money and therefore they're afraid of audit. That's why we are having
Are you guys receiving incentive for scratch card?
No. I've been there now from January, February, March, April, and I received $1 for scratch card. And I know
what about gas
the leadership of the leadership of Funantikopa is very transparent. When we have money, even in the interim budget, we have our session and properly apportion the payment. So there's no way that money has been apportioned outside of that system.
So the $2,500 you talked about, why is that allocated for?
For fuel. You get cars and put fuel inside.
But when you got car, government will buy a fuel. The government give you car, you working, you got paid.
A good government will make it possible for me to go to work.
Yeah, but that's what you get paid.
So your minister then are going around here. Your deputy minister, managing director.
You shouldn't be giving money for gas. That's why you work. In America here, in every developing nation, when you need employment, when they employ you, they don't give you gas.
Yes.
You buy your own gas for your salary.
You know what? I'm for it. I represent that. Well, let's take it across the board.
Yeah,
I have no problem. I think the president, the vice president, the speaker, the pro tem should have.
So the $2,500 is just for gas.
Yes.
So that means $8,500 you guys are receiving instead of $15,000 we were told in the past.
Correct.
Mr. Chairman, are you sure about this? Because we're going to dig deeper and come here and talk about what we do.
So I mean, I feel
Yeah, I just want to make sure you are for setting.
our pay is what I just told you. We receive gas and we receive $6,000 as our pay.
My
On
last
the
question.
on the
I'll go
record,
back to
on the
Steve.
record, on the record is $8,000 as pay, but the 2,000 goes towards tax. So that one don't come to us. Only 6,000 and change come to us. That's it.
But your gross pay should include even the taxes.
Yeah,
So when you pay the
but
money, you got to call everything.
no, but Sego, they
So you
must
gotta
gross
call the
pay that
money before
8,000.
your net.
But what I
your
get,
net, the take
if
home
you're
is
gonna tell Liberian people how much come in my pocket, I'm gonna tell you how much come in my pocket.
No. You got to
The
tell
one that the
everyone how much
government,
you get as a pay. The whole
no,
holistic.
but the one that go back to the government is not for me.
No, but that's
my
not
obligation
how it
to
works, Mr. Chairman. When you file your taxes, you got to put in
Sego,
the
the people who listening to you, that's how it works to them.
Okay.
If you tell them that I receive $8,000, as far as they're concerned, they will say my pay is 8,000. Then
So
that
that
8,000 I can carry home.
So that means you're receiving $8,000 minus $2,000 plus $2,000. That means you're receiving $10,000. In a
I
nutshell.
would not accept that. What I said
Okay,
is,
but then you're receiving $10,000 minus $2,000. Correct?
yes.
So that means it's $10,000, not $6,000.
No,
on paper.
No, on paper,
yeah,
it's 10,000 minus tax, then it becomes 8,000. 6,000 in cash and 2,000 in change in coupon. That's it.
So when Senator Dillon was elected, he said
at that time they used to make 15,000.
They used to make $15,000
before.
And,
I don't know.
And when was this change?
I don't know, Tsegu. While I met on the book, we have not changed it. I was in support of changing it, but I don't think it's going to change. And so what we met on the book is what we have.
So are you aware? Have you guys been receiving your pay consistently for the past months you've been over there? And are you aware whether or not other civil servants have been getting paid regularly?
No, I don't know. I think I've received 2 months pay so far. I don't know about the rest.
So you don't know whether the civil servants are getting paid?
No.
Regularly?
I say whatever. Let them go. And I go for that. So they not pay the 12 I mean, 12 they go for that. So in the pay, they sit down the chair. So I'll be at the vessel. I'm in a building to represent my people, and you know, it is what it is. So anybody who not getting their pay, you should be the one to talk. Why can't we talk about people? Then the people can say, you know, the people can say, Musa advocating for them. But no, I'm not activist.
Chairman,
advocate for themselves.
Chairman Musa Bility, Representative Musa Bility. As we're winding down here,
yeah, I was going to tell you that, Steve.
I'd like to know how much you get in Liberian dollars and how much you get in US dollars. Can you let the Liberian people know, please?
I have not even gotten my Liberian dollar pay yet, but I think it's the equivalent of I think $700 or $800.
Say again.
It's the equivalent of between $700 to $800. I have not. In fact, I just told them the other day, but the banks told me that I don't have a Liberian dollar account, so I opened a Liberian dollar account last week, so they will put my Liberian dollar. But what I receive in my account as my pay is $5,300 in the US dollar.
So that means $700 Liberian dollar. I mean, 700 equivalent of the United States in the Liberian dollar.
Yes. If I see you next week, I will tell you my Liberian dollar.
Steve, are you going to? I don't know whether we have any more time, but people have been calling. I don't know whether the chairman want to take 1 or 2 questions from the people who we just call a day today. Maybe this time.
I can take 4 questions.
Okay. Steve, we should do that.
Yeah, I had a question.
America.
You have a question?
Yeah, I have another question.
Yes, Steve, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, but the chairman always interact. So let me agree with Sekou for to take more calls for our people here to hear the voices of other people.
Yeah, I wanted to take a few calls.
Sure, let's do that.
Then you can ask the chairman, before you depart.
Sure, let's do that. Thank you.
Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? 404, I'm sorry. 404 number. Breakable Power, your number is not 404.
Yeah, I'm calling for Atlanta, Georgia. My name is Marie Pratt. I just wanted to tell Mr. Chairman, hello. And I like the way you answered that question that you asked me. I was laughing. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know to tell my auntie hello because he and I related. So
okay.
Yeah, my auntie name Yake Dan. So if you see her in secretary to tell her hello for me.
Oh yeah, we gotta see auntie. I have my auntie too.
Yeah, Yake Dan. Yeah, so
yes.
if you see her, your niece Marie Francis, Mama tell you hello.
All right, so that's it.
I promise, Marie.
When she called, I told her a wheelchair. I need to send a wheelchair, but I don't know how to send it.
I told you last time, say don't worry. I said, when I call you back, you must send it to me. You didn't do it. Now,
but I didn't get the number. Yeah. Let's say who give me. Let's say who give my number to you. Then you call me.
Let me tell you, I have medical supply. I have a
yeah, I told you to send it to me. I got SK Foundation. The chairman don't want it.
Yeah.
The minute
I want it.
Send me, Marie number.
Yeah, please go on my messenger and send me text.
No worry, I'll text your number to her.
Yeah, Chico will send my number to you so that you can text me.
All right. All right, Mary, thank you. All right, let's take the caller here. Breakable Power. The CDC General.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Yeah.
This is Breakable Power.
Go ahead. What is your question for the chairman?
Yeah, thank you so much, Honorable Lawmaker and Honorable Musa Bility. I follow you the system and I like the energy that you are putting in the system. You are trying your best. But today I had the devil of you just now because you said statement that I not support. You are doing well in your district in less than 3 months. But you're talking about we are in a transition. The government had to come together to do things. And you are working hard in your district in less than 3 months. So why we defend government that know it all and keep the power? And secondly, let me just our own brother Sekou. Sekou, you couldn't get any argument with President Weir. Mr. Honorable, there was you were president for 8 years. He said no. And I'm going to you because of you are the president. The system in our country is better. Now because of he being president. You told my SKD was suspended. He was the same president we have regime. The SKD was seat. There was no seat on our seat. For me, since 1920, since our seat. He president we have regime the procedure. The ceremony read by you. The fee is banned for now. The Supreme Court on our seat. So if you make a question like this, what I got problem is if you are questioning and say no, don't say that. Because we are in our country that they don't see in a regime. So if you can make politics and your president we are in it, and you not can clarify how issue for you. And secondly, look.
I want you to conclude. Please.
I beg you. We all fighting for Liberia. If we want to discuss it, don't say, oh, the other people are in power. Because the people are in power now, they were there for 12 years. And you said the same point appreciate about saying he said the same thing. After hour they came out of power. So if you want to say this thing, preach your politics and preach your ability. Or support who is the one to support. But don't say that all because you're in power. All the buying in our country that are working now, you're in government before. Everybody in our government. But we have a government for 45 years. It's still in government.
Okay.
So don't criticize somebody when they're in government for 6 years. Thank you for sure.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's go to the next person. The chairman said 4. Now we got 2. Ben, the honor cover sedition. Hold on 1 second. It looks like getting a call from Liberia. The person falling over and over. Hold on 1 second. Hello?
My chairman, you call it honor cover sedition?
No. That Ben Savio. The other Ben.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Uncle, are you calling to participate on the show?
Yeah. To participate, because I don't know the one. I want to talk.
Yeah. So I took your call because I know this call comes from out of Liberia. But go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Thank you. My name is Musa Sharif. I'm the president for the Petroleum Distributor Union and senior advisor to the president of LIBA, Liberia Business Association.
Okay.
I want to say thank you to the honorable and for your hard work in Nimba, my own county, and to his level of work among his peers at the parliament. So, having said that, Musa Bility is supposed to be, in my opinion, the business people leader, especially business people representative. What are those plans he has? Hello?
Yeah, we're listening to you live.
Yeah, okay. What are the plans the honorable has for the business community, especially when it comes to where all of the Liberian businesses are almost dead and suffering from Q bank loans, and when it comes to government coming in to subsidize Liberian businesses, is there any plan to put money in the budget for Liberian businesses to empower them so they can have ample arm to compete with their foreign counterparts? Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. I think the chairman got your question. I know Mr. Dishu been trying to call, but I have two lines. I got in the other line, nobody calling now, everybody calling the same line, so I cannot answer that. Mr. Dishu from calling. So what we'll do, let me just take Ben, the honor cover CDCM from Minnesota. Then if Mr. Dishu call, that will be number 4, then we'll call it a day. Ben, you're live.
Yes, so this question is coming from Eugenia. She's having a poor quality of voice, so she could not call. So she asked me to ask Chairman this question. So I will do my best to ask the question. She wants to know from the Chairman, there is a meeting that is planned for Wednesday. So she is saying, if for any reason the meeting on Wednesday happens and there is and he can give the government a recommendation. If the government does not act upon their recommendation, will he be ready to put a bill on the floor for an impeachment of the president? If that is something he would be more likely to do, that's what she wants to find out. Just in case if nothing happens, what is their second plan?
Thank you. All right, the last caller here. Melvin Deshiel from all the way Belgium. So Deshiel, you are the last caller.
Thanks. Okay, thanks for picking up my call. And I see the chairman face, you call my name, the face change. Yeah, Chairman.
The chairman was smiling.
Yeah, what? A secretariat, I think, because there's a lot of messages and a lot of information that come to him in the interest of the people, and he don't respond. And this is something very, very serious. We've discussed about something about the medication for the people there in Liberia. And since the chairman answered my call the first time, the second time I have made progress in getting nurses here in Europe that are willing to take a special training to come and help the people there in Liberia, and he has not responded. And I have problem now answering them because of this same thing of he not answering a call. But Chairman, I want to ask you one question. Are you willing to put up a bill of a national agenda for the country? Because I believe that all of these political parties have been coming in with agendas, and at the end, the Liberian people suffer and they get rich. I was looking at it from another angle of us having a 25-year agenda, that each party that are going to come, they're going to debate on how they're going to carry out their agenda, and let the Liberian people be able to choose who they figure out will carry the agenda out right from the direction of the debate from the different political parties. What do you think about that? I think it would be interesting for us changing the trajectory of people coming and lying to Liberian people, saying that they have an agenda from their party, and at the end, the Liberian people never get what they said they were going to do for them. So I want you to address that, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was the last call. Mr. Chairman, you
So
may address.
I'll start from the last. You got this. The job is overwhelming. My office is now fully staffed, and so I would not be able to attend to you until we close. The good news is we are closing on Tuesday, and then after that, I'll have some time with you so that we can go over all of your stuff. I'm committed to them. I, it is overwhelming and it's tough. I'm 4 hours from the people that I represent. I travel every week after session, Thursday, to go there, and I have to be back sometime Sunday, sometime Monday. So it's not easy. But hopefully when I think we have a 2 or 3 week break, I will have some time to focus on you. Yes, I think the idea of a national agenda is a good thing. But sometimes national agenda, it will only work if the government of the day organize it in a way that it incorporates everybody's view. To ask a big question, where do we want our country to be in 25 years? And what are the roadmap that we are going to take and the timeline so that, and I like the way you put it, so that everyone who want to be president or lawmaker, you can choose what route you want to take to achieve that roadmap, but the roadmap for the country must not change. And to do that, it cannot be say that the government own a roadmap. We must have a national conference, and every Liberian must be incorporated into that. Normally, a conference like that would last for maybe a year or two because you have different sessions. And when you finish it, you have a national blueprint, which we all say now that 5 years from now, this country should be digitized. So whether you're from party A or party B, you will support that idea. People then can choose to go the conservative way, to go the extreme way, to go the moderate way, but the national agenda. So I agree with that. The other Virginia question. Look, I'm aware of a meeting Wednesday. The opposition is meeting to begin to be active and proactive and respond to government excesses, but definitely certain things are just too soon. For instance, protests. I am protests in the beginning. I was on one of the other network last night, and narcissism is what really bothered me. When it comes to sometimes some folks from the Unity Party. Now they believe that it's wrong. It is almost evil to protest. But I don't listen to them. I think they've lost their way in the way people will treat opposition. So, but having said that, let me say my point. I don't think that after 100 days, anything has happened in the country right now as far as government is concerned to warrant protests. We need to first, the opposition has been silent, so you cannot announce your presence on the scene of a protest. You will be perceived by the people as a disruptor. That would be a wrong move. Approach the government, address the issues, lay out its excesses. If you want to do it, if you want to review the 100 day of the government, you should do that. And then let Liberian people know this is what you think that the government has done in 100 days, and that you should do that. Then you begin to do a critical review of government activity. Impeachment, the country is not ready for impeachment because the laws currently does not. We don't have any law that will do impeachment. But the good news is, I'm working on a bill that will make it possible for not just the president, anyone to be impeached. The Constitution says that we must have a procedure for impeachment, which since we formed the Constitution,
I'm sorry, I was saying that unfortunately the line went off. Whether that LEC or that any kind of electricity is using, I think they went off, and it might have also affected the his line, the internet. So whatever be the case, we don't know when the chairman will return. So I don't want to keep the radio people here forever. Let's just give her 2 minutes just to, as a courtesy to the chairman, see if you're gonna come back, so he can conclude his statement. Then we can call it a day. So Mayborn and our guys there on the radio wants to thank you, going extra mile. Yeah. So Mayborn, I just heard that there will be a meeting. I don't know what kind of meeting that is about. I know Jowia had a meeting with the diaspora citizens. Okay, the chairman is back. So let him conclude so we can take it from there. Hello, Mr. Chairman. What happened? The LEC or that your line went off?
yeah. So yeah, your sorrow, the country will.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's okay. So just go ahead and conclude your.
Yes, they will. Sorry about that. So, the impeachment. Yeah, am I clear?
Yeah, very loud and clear.
You hear me?
Yes, you are very loud and clear. You're good. I know your internet is still,
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, impeachment. Two things. One, that the president has done nothing in my mind that call for impeachment. Let's not throw our country into chaos by talking about it. Two, the system we have right now, you cannot impeach people. That's why we said Justice General was wrongly impeached. And that's why we said that they should put him back. Because what is not done legally is not done at all. So the opposition is, right now there's no opposition voice. All of us are speaking in our own name. And hopefully by Wednesday, the opposition will have a voice. They will be speaking now. And the government will have to deal with an opposition now. So hopefully we will take it from there. But yes, Eugenia, we I don't know the agenda. I mean, I don't know all of the agenda, but I do know that we're just meeting to organize ourselves and to arrange in ways to tackle the government excesses, but the protest cannot be at the front of that. That is inviting chaos. We can't do that. That's not okay. To protest, that something egregious have to happen, and hopefully you warn the government, you send the government warning, you tell them to take another look at what they're doing, and then if they don't, then you go to protest. You don't want that. You don't. It's too soon, for protest. But why it remains the right option of the opposition. You don't want to use your biggest weapon, in the beginning. That's not going to help you. You know, if you do that, you hurt yourself. That's the last thing you want to do. You know.
Mr. Chairman, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
So your sister Yasendi called. She wants to say something to you before you go.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Yasendi, you're alive.
Tell me, you ain't coming, then I don't say anything. I just need you to know that we're listening. I have a few questions for you, and hopefully you can help me here. First, let me commend you for taking.
But why you calling with question when you were here the whole time? When we listen, we leaving that last call, then you calling to ask question. I thought you just going to tell
my sister ask a question.
Say hi and go.
Well, that is correct. That is correct. That is to some degree, because I didn't hear. I was waiting to see some people to give people a chance to see. But this is really close to my heart.
Okay, go ahead.
Justice for women and children, or justice for all, for that matter. I know Chairman Bility and the representative from I would say the madam from Bone County called to inquire about the Jessica story, and there's supposed to be an inquiry going on. Chairman Bility, I want to commend you. At least somebody is trying to speak for us or getting in the game to speak for our people. I know Jessica mom were on a couple of radio shows letting the word, which would be Liberian, know, and the lawmakers know that she was being bribed, she was being taken, she was being forced and harassed to take money and compromise the case, and she did not. And I truly commend you that you are taking on to that inquiry, but we need to know. I'll talk to you in the back. Another thing is, there was a young man that was killed across the bridge the other day when the LEC people went there. And there's another a gentleman, a 62-year-old gentleman, about a week and a half ago, that was also beaten to death by police and the other people by the LEC folks. What is happening in the country? I want you to know if there's something that you know about that, if there's a investigation going on, what the police are saying, we need to know, because every life in Liberia should be important. Everyone should be accounted for. And lastly, you are telling us that it's early. I get it's early, but UP cannot be the one telling us it's early. On May 8th, 2018, we had a massive protest. I think 2 or 3 weeks after, we had another one. And we never stopped. And UP actually were the one, majority of the morally of the word, were the one that were leading this charge. So I know you're about to go, but I apologize. I literally, I wanted to support and also ask questions if these issue can be addressed and let us know what is happening, so some of us can know how to answer when people ask as to what is going on in the country. But thank you.
Thank you so much. That was a brilliant. Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Yes. So you can respond to
like I said, you know, whatever that comes from yesterday, it has a lot of sense in for thought. You know, I'll respond to that any day. You know, and so the killings, they're concerning. The National Security Committee is actually meeting tomorrow to try to prepare, you know, hearing on these things. We're very concerned about, you know, these things, and because it's increasing, and then we don't know what is the situation behind it. So we're working on that. I'm happy you talk about the little girl and girls in general. We will support anything the women do, the population do, to support the little girl. Whatever you guys are doing, it stays there. Please keep us we're together on this, and we'll make sure that you know, it works out. You know, not just but a couple of people have spoken about early. I agree with you 100% that the Unity Party should not be the one talking about too early. I think the idea of too early is a decision that, in my opinion, that we should make. Whether it is us doing it or it is Unity Party doing it, if it is wrong, it's wrong. And you know, the fact that they did it to where, I don't think that makes it right. I think that because the opposition has not been active, because we have not sat together, I don't think that we should start with protests. We should first start to understand, you know, the opposition is coming from somewhere with a lot of suspicion, so many things going wrong. And therefore, you have to rebuild trust. You have to get to a point how you create a secretariat, how you issue statement, how you have a system where everybody, you know, is part of that statement, or whether statement can be issued without some people based on whether they agree on it or not. You got to put all of these into place. And then I believe the opposition should issue a report on the government performance so far, and then looking into the future and see what kind of accountability it can bring to bear on the government. So I would love, you know, to do whatever we can do. Let's not do it on the Unity Party term. Let's do it on our own terms. Therefore, we need to evaluate. We need to analyze what has happened. Definitely, look, I'm looking at it from the glass half full. There's some very bad things that's happening. Transgression, violation of our laws. On the other hand, some things have happened. You know, yeah, I'm happy that they put a machine on the road. I'm happy that people are driving through some part of the southeast. Those are good things. We have to talk about it. But I'm also appalled by the fact that the frequent, you know, abuse of power and violation of our law that is happening. We need to talk about that. You know, the lack of violations. You know, people think that this how you call it, the president is according to local government act. You know, these are excesses. I'm saying the opposition need to look at that, make a full review, and issue a position easier for people to comprehend. And then sometimes the biggest weapon of opposition is demonstration. In the war, you don't use your best weapon first. So therefore, all the other things you have to utilize. And it has to be clear that every other means have failed. That's why you get on the street. Because, you know, clearly, you know, if from what I see, this government is going, the assets are high, but I'm more concerned, given our experiences of the past, that we make sure that the opposition does not make the power, or it does not have a crack in it, you know, that we understand the basis of our get together, that we understand, you know, why are we working together, what is the basis of our working together, and we'll make clear to Liberian people that the fact that we issue a statement together, it doesn't mean that we're going to be together during the election, so that it cannot be misconstrued, and then if something goes wrong, it's oh, the opposition are fake. We've got to use what has happened in the past to make sure it doesn't happen. So, you know, Tebu, my nephew, Musa Sherry, was asking about business people. I've done, and I continue to do, a written legislature, and I'm hoping to see in this budget that the Liberian businesses should have 25% of every contract. And I believe what you say is, I think that the government, through the commercial bank, should have a soft loan that will stimulate the middle class by letting the business people, you know. And I think that the central bank should come to reschedule some of these obligations to the bank, so that, from the businesses, so that they can be able to work, you know, to reschedule it, and then work to pay the law. We're working on that, and be assured that we wake up to that. Hopefully, I did answer the question from Eugenia. I also answered the question from my brother who say, I'm in my district, I'm working, so we should not hold Baka, or we should hold Baka now. I agree with you, but the other people were also there for 6 years. So let's it's 100 days now, so let's give it a few more months. It's not going to kill us. We endure. We are Liberians. We can endure. Let's prepare ourselves. When you want to hit the government, you should be in that position where you know everything, you have the facts, so that they don't debunk your statement and make you so little by little, we'll get there as opposition.
Mr. Chairman,
I think I believe
Mr. Chairman, I can
answer all of the
I
questions.
think you did. I think you did.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Chairman Bility, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so I can't thank you enough for not only.
I'm hearing you.
Yeah, for not only coming on a short notice,
Yes.
but for also staying here longer. We are about to go now. I want you to answer this question in closing. I want you to use that close so we can call it a day. I heard about a meeting. Who is meeting? Who organized this meeting? Who is leading the charge for this meeting that we're talking about here? You can answer that question in close.
Meeting. Opposition meeting. Nobody is organizing it.
Opposition meeting, but it must be orchestrated by somebody. It must be organized by somebody. Who organized it?
No, everybody call. Everybody.
Who is everybody called? That call.
We're not getting bullied. Yeah, we're talking
I don't understand
opposition. Any other don't want to. Yeah.
Who called for the meeting? Who is the organizer? Who is hosting the meeting? And where the meeting going to be held?
I don't know the location now, but I promise you before the meeting, if I know the location, I'll let you know. But
you don't know who called for the meeting?
People calling for a meeting does not make you the leader of the meeting. You're not starting.
I don't want to know. We don't want to know because we want to know who is leading the charge.
No, nobody leading nothing right now. Don't let nobody tell you anything.
All right, Chairman Bility, thank you so much.
Nobody leading anything now.
You can close now. We can go there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, thank you. It's always special to be here. I want to thank you. I appreciate it. The other question that you're not going to get it out of today. But I'll talk to you behind the scene. I'll get some information tomorrow.
I know we'll tell you
right now.
I don't want to put together some information. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So, Mabel, my man, we can't thank you enough. Before we leave, anything you want to say?
I don't want to say thank to the chairman, but saying he already still on, I just wanted to pass in with this. I don't know how you see it. Like for example, whenever chairman, since 2005, we've been in with the too much of political parties, and sometimes during election time, we see that our people struggle a lot sometimes to vote with the long ballot paper. I don't know what maybe will you also be thinking, because you are one of the tough talking lawmaker and someone who always introducing a lot of Google bills. So are you contemplating on maybe reducing some of the political parties, or maybe to just make us look like, for example, since we are practicing best democracy, can we have a full political party system in Liberia?
It's not a bad idea. How are we going to do about it? I think we should do it. That means all you got to do is to raise the bar. Raise the bar, raise the condition, raise the criteria, and then people will fall in line. If you start saying party will bring $200,000, I don't know, because then the individual right there to democracy. I'm not a lawyer. I don't even want to venture there, but I think eventually we always have 1, 2, 3, 4 parties that the other people become peripheral. It better, so that we don't seem to be trampling on the right of other people simply because we want to have just 2 or 3 parties.
All right. Thank you. Good night. So far, so good.
Mr. Chairman, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. And I'm going to be calling you right after the show, so we'll talk. Okay? So, Mabel,
yeah, good night from my end. Here is over 9 o'clock. I want to say thank you so much for bringing on the chairman and that continue to do these things. Bring us some of the people who are at the head of power. That's good. So good night to all of our people, our viewers. Keep supporting the SKTV. And I saw something training on our page. You Muchu Kanga, right?
Yeah, you Muchu Kanga. But I mean, we celebrating her birthday. I mean, her wedding. Her traditional wedding was so nice.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, so we have the 30-minute video there on the wedding. We also have the one on the reefs. It's trending. People are actually, watching it.
Yeah, wishing you all of the best.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. We actually congratulated her on the platform because we were informed about it, right? She told us before, but we kind of skipped the date. So during the show yesterday, it did not occur to us until later on when somebody brought it up. We were on the show, so we didn't see it until after the show. So we took advantage of that and actually spread it to the world. And the people, our friends and supporters are actually, celebrating her union. And we are praying to have a successful union. May God bless the union. So thank you, Mabel, and thank you.
Yes. Good night.
My people here, thank you. Let me see before we go. Like Mabel talk about support. Oh God, I don't want to leave without checking. And maybe somebody say, oh, $1, $2, $5 can tell them thank you. If not, I want to say thank you. Not there. Let me check this other one here. Okay. What is this here? Yeah, this person sent an alert to us. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. I think I say Konganu. Thank you. So before I go, Unity Party people, you'll get angry with me. You'll get tired. We'll criticize you if you do the wrong thing. We'll talk about the good thing if you do it. CDC people, you'll get tired. You guys can be happy. We're holding the government feet to the fire. But by the time you point to the flaws, the incompetency, the inaptitude, the lack of leadership on the part of George Weah, you get angry. And to be honest with you, in as much as we believe that Joseph Walker started this thing wrong-footed, they still have time to right the wrongs. They still have time. Mind you, don't forget, the Liberian people voted for Joseph Walker. So they are the one running the government right now, running the country. They will be at the receiving end of most of the criticism that we deal with George Weah. However, not because Joseph Walker making some mistakes from the start, in any way, shape, or form makes George Weah a perfect man or a good man for president. George Weah is not a presidential material from all indication. Let's get that right. Nobody is saying the CDC can come out of power. The CDC can bring somebody else, any other CDC or somebody from outside who can look into that person, their record. But Joseph Walker, George Weah was given a chance. He performed. And just George Weah, whatever he did, that is his best. What have changed? Nothing. He's just the same man. He has not learned any new thing. He had all the opportunity. But they just feel like Liberian people are stupid. So we're just going to go in circle. Simply because Joseph Boakai making some mistake now today that we are pointing to. The everybody must join now just destroy the Joseph Boakai government so Joseph Weah can come back. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We were not support that. If Liberian people wanted, that will happen. But I personally, I don't even think George Weah should be in conversation for president. Are you kidding me? You guys are so disrespectful to the Liberian people. Swear to God. George Weah should not even be considered discussed. DDC can be discussed, I understand. But for President George Weah, president, come on, man. I got nothing personal against George Weah. I love George Weah as a person. I was one of his big fans. But presidency, the man proved to you that he's now a president. He's not presidential material. Every bad thing that you could talk about happened under his government. He never had any major press conference for 6 years. That's what you call president? All the corruption happened under his watch. Call that president? Drugs, Siyamiye. Mysterious death of people. No security in the country. He could not even govern his own people. George Weah had the opportunity to change that government many times. Liberian people call on him, all the protests, June 7 protests, the other protest, that protest, everything happened for you to show leadership. But he could not even reshuffle his government. That's what you call president? But George Weah is not a leader. He's a good man as a human being. But presidency, take that out of the picture. George Weah is not a presidential material. Joseph Boakai, we say everything about Joseph Boakai, everything that we know. But Liberian president, he's the one. So he has a chance to right the wrongs. If Joseph Boakai listen to the Liberian people and do the right thing, who knows? He could be better than George Weah because he still have time. He has enough time to right the wrongs. But their inability to even listen, they are giving courage or hope to CDC to talk about coming back. Just yesterday, you were just put out because of your lack of leadership, corruption, drugs, no electricity, no clean drinking water. Just yesterday, you were in power for 6 years. You did nothing absolutely to change the Liberian people's life. You have the audacity to talk about coming back. Sorry, man. Some of you're not going to like me for that, to be honest. Yeah, because I'm in as much as we think Joseph Boakai is now proceeding well, but that doesn't give us any hope to say George Weah can do better. He had the opportunity. He never even tried. He did not try to do anything good. So that thing there, you're on your own. Yeah, I'm hoping that Joseph Boakai will do good. He will change the country because I don't want to see Liberian people suffering for another 6 years. That's why we are calling on every mistake of Joseph Boakai. We'll call it out so he can stop doing those mistakes and start doing the good thing. But that doesn't mean that we are saying that George Weah is good. Come on, man. George Weah is not an option. George Weah had the opportunity. He misused it. And he will live with the consequences for the rest of his life. He had the opportunity. George Weah could still be a kingmaker in Liberia. Could be a kingmaker. Could help somebody because he's popular. He's still popular with some people. Especially his CDC people, some of them. But George Weah presidency, don't forget about that one, man. George Weah disappointed everybody in Liberia, including his supporters. So we are disappointed. Every single Liberian. He never performed. The man could not even run his own government. McGill had to do it for him. When McGill was fired, the whole government went crazy. The whole government went head to scatter. No direction. He had to rely on Nathaniel or Len Eugene Nangbe. It means that Joe Weah is not just a leader. When McGill was out of the picture, people thought Joe Weah was going to show leadership. But nothing. McGill went on and won his election. What happened to Joe Weah? He conceded in the middle of the game. He said that the lawyer didn't told him to concede. When he doesn't know anything, the lawyer don't know. He was the president. He didn't want the thing. Even up to now, Joe Weah don't want it. That all corrupt-minded people, criminals, are forcing him to run again so they can use him to exploit Liberia again. Joe Weah was a disgrace to Liberia. It was a mistake to Liberia. You want to repeat that mistakes? Those mistakes that, that happen? No, I'm sorry, man. We shouldn't be doing that, man. We shouldn't do that to our country, man. You see now, for the past 3 months, we've been talking about Joseph Boakai. We've been scrutinizing Joseph Boakai, every move, every activity for the past 6 months, I would say. Before he got elected, when he got elected, before his inauguration, after inauguration, we've been scrutinizing Joseph Boakai. We know some you people being angry with us when they don't even watch the show, but we don't care. But just for the past few days, when we express our reservation about George Weah and, talk about his performance, citizens are getting really, really agitated, getting angry, even insulting me in my inbox. But we did it for 6 years. I don't care. We'll say the truth to the Liberian people. And that's why we are here. Liberia got a lot of qualified and reputable people that can run our country. Joe Weah may be a good person, but leadership is not an area. So you forget about that one. If you love CDC, you bring somebody else who's competent, who's qualified. But not Joe Weah. You stop that, man. You shouldn't do that to our country. You had the opportunity. Joe Weah was given the opportunity by the Liberian people. He failed miserably. I thank you. So Joe Weah, I think you forgot about that one. Joe Weah will be very vital in the opposition. He'll be very important in the opposition. But presidency, that one, but forget it. Any opposition try to support that, you're on your own. CDC, yeah, I don't care. Even you decide to go with two-party system in Liberia, I will support it. But it can't be based on Joe Weah presidency. No. Anybody else will scrutinize that person to see what they are qualified for or who they are per their record. But not Joe Weah, man. Come on, man. Shame on you for even thinking like that, in that direction. It means that the love you say you got for Liberia, you got nothing for Liberia. You just insulting Joseph Boakai in the United Party because they take you out of power. But you don't love Liberia. If you can have the audacity to say we want Joe Weah to come out to be president, you don't love Liberia for a minute. You just angry soul losers. Because you lost the election, you think that, you want to come back again. Or whatever means. Come on, man. You guys are so crazy, man. If I see any Liberian talking, say, oh, Joe Weah good, man. Joe Weah will come out to be president, I can say you get some problem up there. All the bad things, you everything Joe Weah did were bad. Joe Weah never showed leadership for a minute. We want to make Joe Weah president. Come on, man. Shame on you for even thinking like that. Big shame. Joe Weah is not presidential material. That's it. Okay. election here today, Joey will be JMB. Where? In your dream. Even election happen today, JMB can beat Joey again. Joey are finished. Joey don't want to be president. They are the criminal-minded people who are not getting tired exploiting the Liberian people. They don't want him to come, so you can use him as a stepping stone to corrupt the Liberian people again. It's not going to happen. We'll not sit by and see that happening. If it takes us to talk about this for the next 6 years, we'll do it. What? Do you know what the Liberian people went through for the 6 years of George Weah presidency, both internationally and locally? Shame on you guys, man. I'll see you tomorrow.